call in is 859-238-WHIR, 238-9447. And we'd love to have you right here on the radio, on the Joe Show, giving you birthdays and anniversaries on this Friday, August the 8th, Saturday the 9th, and Sunday the 10th. Here's Johnny. Starting off with Friday, August the 8th birthday, Shay Arnold, Carrie Allison, and Chantel Utley. We also have Betty Crouch, Kevin Cruz, Drennan Cowan, and Will Rhodes. On Saturday birthdays, we have Johnny Morgan and Steve Hale, Taylor Lake, John Roney, Hunter Cullip, and Nick Hardesty. And on Sunday, we've got Charlie Parks, Katie Lay, Daryl Johnson, Rusty Rothwell, Holly Grayson, Rebecca Ollier, and Allie Sebastian. Lots of birthday names celebrating this Friday, Saturday, Sunday. WHIR. It's a Friday. It's the 8th day of August, 0825 on your calendar. So glad you're on the show this morning. 859-238-WHIR to call in. There is a fly buzzing around here in studio. It's going to bother me all morning long. I can already see it happening. But it's going to be a fun morning. I'm happy to have on 710 this morning, Boyle County head football coach Justin Haddix will join the show. We are 2 weeks away from high school football kicking off. Now, Boyle County is going to play on Saturday the 23rd, so they're not officially 2 weeks from today. They would be 2 weeks from tomorrow, but, I mean, you get what I'm saying here. We'll have Coach Haddix on at 7:10, and we've got Danville coach Steve Stonebreaker on at 7:20. I'm excited to have Stoney on, and they did something cool over at Danville in order to name their senior captains, and we'll talk about that and some upcoming scrimmages for both of those teams for Danville and Boyle County. That'll be 7:10 for Boyle, 7:20 at Danville, right here on the Joe Show. 7:40 County Agents Corner, brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market. And we are looking today to talk to Linda McClanahan from the Mercer County Extension Office. That'll be, again, at 7:40 this morning here on the Joe Show. 8 o'clock in the morning, Dusty's on here at 8:10, Kentucky Music Preview number 2. And Dusty joins us as we recap a world of music this week, including J.D. Shelburne, who was on stage last night in downtown Danville at the Boyle County Courthouse. And I was not able to stop, but I drove by. As I was driving, there was a ton of people out. And so J.D. really brought the crowd. So we'll talk with Dusty about that this morning. That'll be at 8:10. 9 o'clock in the morning hour this morning. 9:10. Supposed to be DCA. We'll see if DCA comes on here this morning. We know they're gearing up for the start of school on Wednesday. But a DCA Friday at 9:10. 9:35 this morning. McClure, and Bailey as Patrick or Brian join the show this morning at 9:35. That's the rundown of today's show. We would love to have you on here as well. Phone number to call in is 859-238-9447. 238-WHIR Sports comes your way next, right here on the Joe Show, as we take a look at what's going on in the world of sports. Good morning to you, Danville and Boyle County. The Reds lose. The Colts' hopeful starting quarterback hurt. And Micah Parsons dealing with an injury. Those are the headlines on this Friday morning. I'm Joe Mathis guiding you through these Friday morning sports, starting off with your Cincinnati Reds, where Paul Skeen struck out 8 in 6 shutout innings. Brian Reynolds and Henry Davis homered, and the Pittsburgh Pirates beat your Reds 7-0 last night. Skeens allowed 7 hits, the highest mark of his career, but remained undefeated against Cincinnati in 4 career starts. His record streak of allowing 6 or fewer hits to open an MLB career ended in 46 games, the longest such streak to begin a career, excluding openers, according to an Optastat, had belonged to Shohei Ohtani, who went 31 starts from 2018 to 2021 with the Angels. Skeens went 15 starts longer than that. Skeens extended his scoreless streak as well to 27 2/3. He last allowed a run June the 8th against the Phillies. He lowered his ERA to an MLB best 1.94. He can go ahead and make room in the trophy case for that Cy Young Award. In the National Football League, Anthony Richardson was named the starter for the Indianapolis Colts' preseason opener against the Baltimore Ravens. The third-year pro lasted just 2 series, though, before being ruled out due to a finger injury. Here's what to know about Anthony Richardson's injury. Colts coach Shane Steichen said after halftime that Richardson had suffered a dislocated pinky in the first half of that 24-16 loss to the Ravens. Steichen told reporters after the contest that Richardson is day-to-day. Richardson seemed confident afterwards, saying, "I'll be good." He was hurt after being sacked by Ravens edge rusher David Ojabo on a 2nd and 10 pass attempt. Ojabo came unblocked off the right side of the Colts line, hitting Richardson hard while the quarterback was looking to the left. Staying in the National Football League, there's some drama in Colts camp surrounding Micah Parsons, and this dramatic offseason storyline involving Parsons, one of the best defenders in the NFL, continues. Parsons and the Cowboys owner and general manager Jerry Jones were not seen at Cowboys camp in Oxnard, California yesterday. It was later revealed that Parsons is dealing with back tightness. He received treatment instead of staying on the practice field, and he's done for most of training camp. It's been less than a week since Parsons requested a trade from Dallas in a social media post. The 3-time All-Pro is entering his final year of his rookie contract, which is fully guaranteed. And staying in the NFL, Jaguars fans will not have to wait much longer to see Travis Hunter play for their favorite team. Jaguars head coach Liam Cohen told reporters yesterday that Hunter will play snaps at both cornerback and wide receiver in the Jaguars opener against the Steelers in preseason on Saturday. Hunter was listed as the starting wide receiver on Jacksonville's first unofficial depth chart, alongside second-year receiver Brian Thomas Jr. and newcomer Diami Brown. On defense, Hunter's listed as a second-string cornerback behind Tyson Campbell and Jordan Lewis. Those are the headlines in this Friday morning. I'm Joe Mathis for the Hometown Radio Network.
Did you know that WHIR AM 1230 is the talk of the town? We're not spreading gossip. We're just letting you know where the best talk radio is found all day, every day. Mornings begin with Danville's own Joe Mathis and The Joe Show.
Hey, this is Joe Mathis.
Wake up to what you missed. News, weather, sports, and local guests. Followed by Kentucky Sports Radio with Matt Jones.
Welcome, everyone. Kentucky Sports Radio. I'm Matt Jones.
Then, the man who has an opinion about everything, Tomas Mauricio.
I'm Tomas Mauricio. I invite you to tune in.
Starting at noon with Advocates for America. Then at 3, it's the best-known name in news, Sean Hannity.
Join me, Sean Hannity, on WHIR.
Then, Joe Pag starts off weekday evenings at 6 with his take on the day's news, mixed with his fun parody songs about the news.
Hey, it's Joe Pag on WHIR.
Afterwards, at 10, it's the unique world of John B. Wells on WHIR with his Caravan to Midnight show.
This is John B. Wells, WHIR, AM 1230 and FM 103.9.
These guys have a lot to say, and they'll be glad to have you join them every weekday on your home for news, talk, sports. AM 1230, WHIR, the talk of the town.
Roll out those lazy, hazy, crazy days of summer.
Big Deal Store is rolling out the summer savings for you. You can purchase a $50 gift certificate from B&O Jewelers for just $29, or get this, 4 $50 gift certificates, a $200 value for just $100. That means you only pay half price. Stay in style with a visit to Anderson's Lifestyle Boutique in Danville. Get a $50 gift certificate for only $35. $10 gift certificates to the Bread of Life in Liberty are just $7. Give that sweet tooth what it wants at Sweets by Cindy in Junction City. $10 gift certificates are half price, just $5. Applebee's Grill and Bar in Danville, get a $10 gift certificate for just $7.50. $22 Pioneer Playhouse gift certificates are back. You get an entertaining $5 savings at just $17. Come clean with a visit to Thoroughbred Auto Wash in Danville. $20 car washes are just half price at $10. Check out these and many more great savings at our Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net. hometownlive.net. The Bread of Life Cafe in Casey County, Highway 127, proudly serves several all-you-can-eat buffets. Start out with the lunch buffet, $13.99. Thursday, after 4, seniors 55 and older can experience the buffet for $9.99. Friday, after 4, swimming for the seafood buffet, $19.99. Saturday morning breakfast buffet, 7 till 10:30, $10.99. And Saturday, after 4, make your way to the evening buffet for $14.99. Feed your tummy and your soul with a visit to the Bread of Life Cafe, 5 miles south of Liberty on Highway 127. Open till 8, Monday through Thursday night, Friday and Saturday till 9.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Okay, Rayleigh Jofus. It's coming your way, courtesy of The Little Sign Shop. Hey, do you need a sign, a banner, or a decal fast? Of course you do. The owners and operators have got you covered at The Little Sign Shop. Full-color digital printing, magnetic signs, auto signage, and logo design in Danville, where 2nd and 4th Street meet. Mostly sunny, a high today 90, a low tonight 70. Same exact forecast tomorrow, same exact forecast on Sunday as well. Right now it's 6:25 in the morning, 69 degrees, the 8th day of August, Friday, August the 8th. As we take a look at those famous people having famous birthdays on this famous day, as the great Charlie Perry would say, starting off with 88-year-old actor Dustin Hoffman, who turns 88 on 0808. He has been in the movies Tootsie, Rain Man, Kramer vs. Kramer, and Meet the Fockers. Here's a clip of the movie Chef. Dustin Hoffman, 88 years old today.
Carl, we're staying with the same menu, right?
I have something really good planned for tonight. I'm gonna let you say it's not sweetbreads.
Yeah,
You're gonna be able to taste it.
That may be true, but we have the most reservations we've had on a work night since we opened. You realize that?
I know. I was on Twitter. I was promoting the restaurant. I was
What?
on Twitter.
Yeah, that's another thing. From now on, before you post anything online, I okay it. All right?
Dustin Hoffman, 88 years old today. Happy birthday to him. Earthlink founder Sky Dayton is 54. Also the co-founder of E-Companies and the founder of Boingo, Sky Dayton. Tennis champ Roger Federer is 44. He's won 20 Grand Slam titles, including a record 8 Wimbledon singles titles. His accomplishment in professional tennis have led him to being regarded by many as the greatest tennis player of all time. Roger Federer is 44 years old today. And the late explorer Matthew Henson, the first African-American Arctic explorer. He was an associate of Robert Peary on 7 voyages over a period of nearly 23 years. They made 6 voyages. It's been a total of 18 years on expeditions. Henson served as a navigator and craftsman, traded with Indian people, learned their language, and was known as Peary's first man for their travels. Matthew Henson, born this date, 1866. Celebrity birthdays on this Friday, August the 8th. There you go, folks.
On this day in country music.
All right then, Mr. Voice. It was on this day, country music history, looking back at the year 1921 in West Monroe, Louisiana, where Webb Pierce was born, became one of the most popular honky-tonk vocalists of the 1950s. It was on this date in 1932, Dover, Florida, Mel Tillis was born, country music singer who talked with a stutter or a stammer, but it never affected his ability to sing. Mel Tillis on this date, 1932. And on this date in 2017, a sad day in country music, as one of the all-time greats, Glenn Campbell, died at the age of 81. And that's what's gone on this date, August the 8th, country music history. Starting off on this date back in 1921 in Louisiana, where Webb Pierce was born.
There stands the glass.
One of the most popular honky-tonk singers of the 50s, charted more #1 hits than any other artist during the 50s decade. Best known for his hit In the Jailhouse Now, or this one, There Stands the Glass. In the Jailhouse Now stayed in the charts for 37 weeks back in 1955. Webb Pierce died after a long battle with pancreatic cancer in February of 1991. Webb Pierce, on this date, 1921, was born in West Monroe, Louisiana.
I'm wondering where you are tonight.
It was on this day, country music history, 1932, where Mel Tillis was born in Dover, Florida.
Might help if I got away from my wife and family.
And Mel Tillis, known for his hits Good Woman Blues and Coca-Cola Cowboy, as well as his 1972 #1 hit, I Ain't Never. This one is Send Me Down to Tucson. Though he always spoke with a stammer, again, it never affected his singing voice. He died back in 2017 at the age of 82. If he was still with us, would have been 93 years old today. That's Mel Tillis, born on this date, 1932, in Dover, Florida.
Inside of me. Go on and send me down to Tucson, and I'll get the job done.
And real quickly, it was on this day, Country Music History 2017, where the great Glenn Campbell died in a Nashville Alzheimer's unit.
It's knowing that your door is always open and your path is free to walk.
More than 70 albums, more than 45 million records sold worldwide. This one, his big-time hit, Gentle on My Mind. And that's what's gone on this date, August 8th, in country music history. It's 6:30 in the morning, and news is now.
Five forgotten words and bonds and the ink stains that are dried upon.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
A man is facing charges after allegedly hitting and killing a pedestrian in Lexington. The incident happened Tuesday night in the area of Liberty Road and Liberty Hill Drive, killing a man. Authorities say 35-year-old Bryce Daniel has since been taken into custody on DUI charges. The identity of the victim has not been released. A new version of Xanax designed to be stronger and deadlier is legal in Kentucky. Local officials say that needs to change.
The drug, called pyrazolam, is a synthetic benzodiazepine that is already scheduled under federal law, but not yet under Kentucky law. Northern Kentucky prosecutors say it's turning up in overdose cases mixed with fentanyl and other drugs, and can be sold legally in stores and online. Local lawmakers are working to bring state law in line with federal standards, but for now, there's still a gap. I'm Travis Laird.
A teen is facing charges for shooting another teen in northern Kentucky. The shooting happened Wednesday night in the area of 13th Street and Wheeler Street in Covington, leaving a 17-year-old girl with minor injuries. A 17-year-old male was taken into custody on several charges, including assault, wanton endangerment, and criminal mischief. Soon, all glass covers for iPhones and Apple Watches will come from the Bluegrass State. Lee Mowen has the story.
A $2.5 billion commitment and a partnership with Corning will ensure all future Apple Watch and iPhone cover glass is made in Kentucky, Harrodsburg to be precise. Apple announcing plans Wednesday about the partnership, expected to increase Corning's engineering and manufacturing force by 50%, with an Apple Corning Innovation Center also expected to open at the plant. Republican Andy Barr released a statement saying, "We are making manufacturing American again, despite only the glass cover being made in the States, not the components of the phone's electronics." I'm Lee Mowen.
And I'm Scott Hooper.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Ever notice how happy a bird looks perched on your power line? The reason the bird can sit on the power line is that he isn't touching the ground or any other grounded object. We, on the other hand, can't afford to be so carefree. So when you're working outside, the folks at your local electric cooperative remind you to avoid power lines. Always look up and to all sides before hoisting metal ladders and tree pruners into position. We're Kentucky's electric cooperatives, and our power is our people.
Intercounty Energy, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
What are you doing August 14th through the 17th? Come on out to historic Harrodsburg for our annual Pioneer Days Festival. We'll have inflatables, a petting zoo, dunking booth, mechanical bull, over 100 vendors, delicious food trucks. Join us on Friday and Saturday night for live music. Start your Saturday off with our colonial breakfast. At 6 p.m., you can meet and greet with your favorite wrestlers from Elite Wrestling Alliance. And be sure to stick around for their wrestling match at 7 o'clock. Follow us on Facebook or find us on our website, pioneerdaysky.com.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. The Soul of 2nd Street Festival begins today. It starts tonight with a dinner, recognition, live music, and more at the showroom on Lebanon Road. Then tomorrow, the parade's at 2 o'clock on Main Street, followed by more music, vendors, family tent, and more at Constitution Square. This year's Soul of 2nd Street Festival will specifically focus on honoring the legacy of Bates School. For more information, visit Soul of 2nd Street Festival on Facebook. The City of Danville Cold Iron Watkins Memorial Water Treatment Plant has received the 2025 Kentucky Medium-Sized Operational Excellence Award. The award comes from the Kentucky-Tennessee American Water Works Association and is given to water treatment plants that display exceptional operational management, records management, appearance, cleanliness, and quality. Are you ready for some deals? The 127-yard sale returns this weekend on a route that stretches right through this area: Harrodsburg, Danville, Junction City, Liberty, and many other areas. Be prepared for drivers who may pull off or on the road without warning. The yard sale runs through Sunday. School starts next week for most area schools, and one school has a noticeable change. Danville High School's front entrance area now features a massive, once-functioning anchor alongside an outdoor classroom space. The work started earlier this summer and is expected to be completely finished by the time school starts next Wednesday at Danville. Other improvements at Danville schools during the summer break include a new gym floor at the high school and new lights and a video board, among other things, at the Danville High School football field. 2 Waynesburg elementary school teachers will present at the Kentucky Reading Association's annual conference this September. The Lincoln Interior Journal is reporting that Rebecca Cash and Tiffany Crook will present a session titled Camp Literacy, focusing on how to use AI tools into reading and writing lessons for upper elementary school students. The Kentucky Reading Association's annual conference draws educators in from across the state to discuss innovation and the best practices in literacy instruction. And one of the big races in the area happens tomorrow. The 29th annual Coach E.G. Plummer 5K happens tomorrow at Danville's cross-country course. There are 18 different men and women's age divisions. You can sign up tomorrow, day of, for $25. The race starts at 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow on the Danville cross-country course. I'm Joe Mathis.
Buyer beware. No matter what you're in the market for, it's buyer beware. This is Lauren from B&L Jewelers. Every day we see people come into B&L Jewelers and want us to look at the great deal they got online or at a discount jewelry store. Usually, the item they bought is not really what they thought they were getting, which leads to disappointment. Love gets better with B&L Jewelers. Here at B&L Jewelers, we try to educate you on the diamond you are buying. So when you give the gift of love, you have all the confidence of your decision to buy from B&L Jewelers was the correct one. We back up all of our jewelry with a lifetime guarantee and a trade-up policy, which you will receive full credit of the purchase price for your diamond in the future. As always, we offer special financing and 6 months free layaway. Come and see us here at B&L Jewelers today in the Danville Manor Shopping Center. Love gets better with B&L Jewelers.
Want a taste of the flavor that made Zaxby's famous? Try the Kickin' Chicken Sandwich Meal. Our signature chicken fingers on Texas toast, drizzled with tongue torch sauce and Cool Ranch. Served with hot, seasoned crinkle fries and a small beverage. The best chicken sandwich ever created? Maybe. Indescribably good? Definitely.
Visit Zaxby's in Danville on the Bypass, Skywatch Drive. Order ahead at Zaxby's.com and call for catering too.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by
Really Joe, brought to you by the Big Deals online store, hometownlive.net. Shop and save on gift certificates to local businesses at big old discounts up to 50% every single day. The Big Deals online store, hometownlive.net. Mostly sunny, 90 is your high. Hello tonight, 70. 90 tomorrow, 90 Sunday, and 91 on Monday. Right now, 6:37 in the morning, 68 degrees. Friday, the 8th day of the month of August. Larry Vought's got Vought's Views for you today. What's up, Larry?
Vought's Views on University of Kentucky Sports is on the air. Featuring 7-time Kentucky Sports Writer of the Year, Larry Vaught.
Recently, I was talking to a longtime friend, Dave Hopewell, who was a starting offensive lineman on Kentucky's 1976 Peach Bowl team, as well as the 1977 team that went 10-1. He came to Kentucky from Alabama and never left after his playing career ended, and now is a successful insurance agent in Harrodsburg and is still a diehard UK fan. We got to talking about 2 of his former UK teammates, offensive lineman Warren Bryant and defensive lineman Art Steele. Hopewell said it was amazing how hard Bryant could hit you, but also how amazing how fast he was, especially for a player his size almost 50 years ago. Bryant had a long and successful NFL career, and Hopewell still remembers one time UK put in a trap play so Bryant could pull out. When he got to the defensive lineman he was supposed to block, He hit him so hard it knocked him out.
Lots Views will return in a moment.
At Channel, we always show up for our farmers. Is that tar spot or rust?
Incoming!
Definitely rust.
Rick, how did you? Dropping in to check on your crop, Bill. Let's call your agronomist before that rust can hurt your yield.
That sounds great, but when did you learn to skydive?
Self-taught, Bill. Kind of a prodigy.
From personalized insights to year-round support, Channel Seed Pros always show up. Visit channel.com to learn more. Channel, all in, all season. Read and follow pesticide.
Art Steele could control one side of the line of scrimmage. Most teams simply ran to the other side of the field. 6'7", 270 pounds with 9% body fat. The only time Dave Hopewell ever saw an opponent get a big hit on Steele and what was then a legal blindside block knocked out Steele. But just think about a 6'7", 270 pounder playing on special teams. Just makes me wish that Mark Stoops could somehow find a Warren Bryant and Art Steele to play for UK now.
Find more from Larry at yoursportsedge.com.
Larry Von Fox Views Mondays through Fridays right here on The Joe Show at this time on this Friday, the 8th day of August. The 8th day of August. Hey, back to school time. And I printed off the back to school supply list sheet for Jack. And I got to go get that done this weekend. They'll start school Wednesday of next week. All the area schools will, I think, except, if I'm not mistaken, Garrett County's next Thursday, and then, of course, Lincoln County's in early September. But it is back to school time. Check out this ad for the Meghan Markle Back to School Jam Sale.
Hi. It's me, Meghan Markle, and it's back to school time. Well, for the poor people who don't have private in-home tutors, it's back to school time. So get ready for the Meghan Markle Back to School Jam Sale. My apricot jam, my boysenberry kumquat jam, all of my jams are up to 1% off at the Meghan Markle Back to School Jam Sale.
Do you sell lunch boxes?
No, but I do have a new strawberry lavender jam.
Okay, well, how about pencils? Guess I could use some pencils.
Pencils? What are pencils?
You write with them?
Oh, I pay people to do all of my writing for me, but we do have a honey lilac infused jam with...
Nobody wants your jams, lady.
We'll just see about that. The Meghan Markle Back to School Jam Sale, going on now.
Gotta have it for back to school. Nobody wants your jam, lady. Back to school sale, yeah, ready for the kids to head back to school. Get that started next Wednesday. Let's see what's going on in this morning's world of good. Are you tired of the gloom and doom that saturates your daily news? Well, of course you are, and I am right there with you. These stories remind us of the silver line in the cloud over all of our heads. It's my way of sharing the good news with you, and hopefully you'll go do the same for somebody else. Here's Floyd Kramer for you. A little good news action on this Friday morning, and here we go. Story number one coming from San Diego, where last month, U.S. Navy Hospital Corpsman Samuel Goodwin rushed to help a woman after witnessing a terrible motorcycle crash on I-805 in San Diego. The woman had suffered a traumatic leg amputation, and Goodwin used his military training to manage her wounds until paramedics arrived. Goodwin recently reunited with that woman he saved in an emotional meeting where she was able to thank him personally for saving her life. Story number two coming from a Buc-ee's location in Texas, where earlier this week, Buc-ee's co-founder Arch Beaver Applin III donated $1 million to the Community Foundation of the Texas Hill Country to support recovery efforts following those catastrophic floods about a month ago. The donation will assist dispatched families, first responders, and broader community rebuilding, and it's part of Buc-ee's ongoing support of Texan communities. The announcement was delivered on NBC's Today Show, marks the largest contribution ever made in the 23-year history of the show's Lend a Hand segment. And story number three coming from Missouri, where Sophia Ireland, a young girl from Camden County, Missouri, is being hailed as a hero for alerting her family and neighbors to a boat dock fire in the middle of the night, likely saving multiple lives. Although her family lost all their belongings in the fire, they escaped unharmed thanks to her quick actions. The community has since rallied around the Ireland family with donations and support. The good news, a little girl saves lives after spotting a dock fire in the middle of the night. The Buc-ee's owner donates $1 million to help Texas flood victims and a Navy medic runs across a busy freeway to save a stranger's life. That's what's going on in this morning's world of absolute good, folks. Hey, PRN's Garage Pass, Sylvanus at Sunrise with the dad joke of the day, the country comic spotlight, Rick Dees in this morning's Planet of the Apps. It's all coming your way next, right here on The Joe Show on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. Floyd Kramer, take us home, buddy. It's all yours.
What makes Whitaker Bank uniquely Kentucky? With a wide range of products and services, we are here to provide you friendly, expert service for all of your banking needs. This is Rita McIntyre for Boyle, Garrett, and Mercer counties. As part of your community, we are committed to building solid, long-term relationships. Call me at 859-733-4963. Let us show you what uniquely Kentucky means. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
He's just really, really good. Still a bit pissed about last year at myself. That's something to be proud of, but there's still a lot of racing left.
I'm Mark Darrow, and this is PRN's Garage Pass.
At Napa, we are the pros that know electrical systems are complex. That's why we deliver solutions that keep it simple. From starters and alternators to premium batteries and the testers to diagnose them, Napa provides the high-quality products your customers can count on. Whether you're a local shop or managing a national fleet, Napa has the new or remanufactured electrical parts to keep your business powered up and running strong. Find your parts right now at Napa.
Just about everybody considers Shane Van Gisbergen the man to beat at Watkins Glen this weekend. Kyle Busch would love to find a way to match him, but doesn't think he can.
He's just really, really good. He has the heel-toe method, I know, so for me to try to figure that out, it would be until my retirement before I'm even 10% as good as he is at it, so that's out the window. I'm a left foot breaker, so the switching over to your right foot to brake and then turning your ankle sideways and gassing while pushing the clutch in, that's all very, very convoluted and way above my pay grade.
Rowdy has won twice at the Glen, where last season SVG finished 5th in the Xfinity Series race and was the runner-up Sunday to Chris Buescher.
Still a bit pissed about last year at myself, and then our Xfinity car wasn't that good last year. We struggled a bit there and I couldn't get it right, so yeah, I'm in 2 good cars again. Got the potential to have some great results.
Meanwhile, with only 2 top 10s in the last 7 outings, Christopher Bell is in a bit of a slump, but is still bullish on his title aspirations.
I will say one thing that I love about this 20 group is they show up and perform the most when it matters the most. And performance has been off, but I don't think that that means anything for the playoffs and what's to come.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small. Loud or quiet, find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Hendrick Motorsports is trying to navigate what could be troubled waters with 3 teammates fighting for the Cup Series regular season championship. William Byron, with just 3 races left, is trying to hold off Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson, who feels what they're doing is pretty impressive.
Well, yeah, it's been great to see, Hendrick Motorsports, top the standings right now, or at least, 3 of us are, and, that's something to be proud of, but there's still a lot of racing left.
And absolutely anything could happen. PRN's Garage Pass, not narrow-minded, Garrow-minded.
Bad decisions limit future options.
Stop adversity from becoming stress. Listen to The Flatline with host Rick Hughes, Sunday mornings at 7:30 on WHIR. Learn problem-solving devices built on God's Word. For inspiration, education, all without manipulation. The Flatline Sunday mornings at 7:30 on WHIR and online at hometownlive.net.
The Hometown Radio Network Sports broadcast schedule. NASCAR racing Saturday, 2:30. Pre-race, 3 o'clock green flag drop. The Xfinity Series has the Mission 200 at the Glen. We'll have that race on 103.9 FM, WHIR Danville. Sunday, 1 o'clock. Pre-race, 2 o'clock green flag drop. Go bowling at the Glen. We'll have that one on 103.9 FM, WHIR for the Big Boys Cup Series racing. And all races stream live at hometownlive.net.
Listen to us on your smart speaker. Just ask to play our call letters. WHIR.
Want a taste of the flavor that made Zaxby's famous? Try the Kickin' Chicken Sandwich Meal. Our signature chicken fingers on Texas toast, drizzled with tongue torch sauce and Cool Ranch. Served with hot, seasoned crinkle fries and a small beverage. The best chicken sandwich ever created? Maybe. Indescribably good? Definitely.
Visit Zaxby's in Danville on the bypass, Skywatch Drive. Order ahead at zaxbys.com and call for catering too.
Hey, it's Joe Pags. Make plans to join us for the show. We're bringing the top news stories that are affecting you, the top stories from social media, pop culture stories, could be in sports. Maybe we'll sing a song or two or three or make fun of somebody that you want us to make fun of. That plus, of course, a big part of the program is you calling in. Look, we can agree, we can debate, we can yell at each other, we can sing a song together. We do it all right here on the Joe Pags Show, Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 on WHIR AM 1230 and online at hometownlive.net.
Sutton Pharmacy, friendly service from people you know. Generations of serving our community, immunizations, prescriptions, and so much more. Helpful people, free local delivery, mobile app refills right to your door. Visit SuttonRx.com. Sutton Pharmacy, friendly service from people you know.
In Lancaster on Maple Avenue.
Local high school football at Hometown Radio Network.
This is Gary True, voice of the Mercer County Football Titan. Listen to every game on WHBN.
This is Scott Bowen, voice of the Garrett County Golden Lions. Hear the games on Z105.
This is Gunnar Floyd, voice of the Danville Admirals. Listen to every Danville Admiral football game on WHIR.
This is Steve Bertram inviting you to join us for Boyle County High School football on Z105.
All games streamed live at hometownlive.net.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
All right, Rayleigh Joe, it's coming your way courtesy of the Big Deals online store, hometownlive.net. Shop and save on gift certificates to local businesses at big-time discounts up to 50% every single day. The Big Deals online store is at hometownlive.net. All right, sunshine, hot this weekend. 90 is the high, 90 tomorrow, 91 on Sunday. Same thing on Monday with 91. Let's take it through Wednesday with back to school happening on Wednesday. You get sunny and 90 on Tuesday. Best chance of rain for the next week or so really comes in here on Wednesday. Scattered showers, 40% chance of rain, and a high of 90. Right now it's 6:52 in the morning. It is 68 degrees. Friday, the 8th day of the month of August. 100% hilarious. So bad they're good. Warning, these may make you cringe. It's time for everyone's sixth favorite segment on the Joe Show every morning. It is the Dad Joke of the Day. Here we go.
Dad Joke of the Day.
All right, Dad Joke of the Day. I was talking to a friend of mine, has a son who's in high school. And his son is, beginning to date, things like that. And pretty serious with a girlfriend right now, my friend's son is. And so he said, my son introduced me to his new girlfriend who works at the zoo. Son's girlfriend works at the zoo. He said, after she left, I looked at my wife and told her, she's a keeper. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. The Dad Joke of the Day. Mondays through Fridays right here on the Joe Show, WHIR Danville News Talk Sports.
Welcome to the planet
of the apps. Well, look at this. If you're having trouble relaxing, you want to sleep better, you want to feel happier, you need sleep. The brain recharges when you sleep. But if you can't, my friend Kevin Dees called me and said, I'm having trouble getting to sleep. I'm worried about this. I have anxiety about that. Download Breathe, B-R-E-E-T-H-E, spelled differently, B-R-E-E-T-H-E. It's a sleep aid and relaxation app, and it really works. I tried it. If you can't sleep, you choose from a wide variety of content. Like, they have these great sounds, sleep music, nature sounds, meditation tracks, stories, everything. They even have breathing exercises for you in Breathe. Once again, B-R-E-E-T-H-E. You'll learn to meditate. You really have to have this app, Breathe. It's 5-star rated. Breathe. Get it. Right here with Rick Dees in today's Molten Magma. We call it the Planet of the Apps.
Yes, we do. Rick Dees, the Planet of the Apps, Mondays through Fridays, right here on the Joe Show at this time. Leads us into the Country Comic Spotlight this morning, where John Crist is in the spotlight. John Crist, and he talks about having people ask him to pray for things that he doesn't feel comfortable praying for. John Crist, Country Comic Spotlight. We'll let him explain it. Here he is in the Country Comic Spotlight.
You ever had someone ask you to pray for something so stupid, you're just like, I ain't praying for that. Yeah, some things you cannot pray for. My buddy's like, dude, can you pray for me? I was like, yeah, absolutely. What's going on? He goes, I got a drug test tomorrow. I need to pass it. I go, nah, I'm not praying for that. I'm not praying. Some things you cannot pray for. Remember my nephew, Malachi? Remember him? Remember that kid? My sister put in the family group text, she goes, pray for Malachi, he's having a tough day. And everybody in the group text is like, praying for Mally, we love him, supportive, praying hands, lifting him up. All I said was, I go, what's going on? And she texted me directly. You know how they backdoor text you? Yeah. She came around back, she goes, what do you mean? I go, what happened? She goes, he has tendonitis in his thumbs from holding the iPad. I go, I'm not praying for that, dude. Putting that up to the God of the universe with my name on it. Just widows, orphans, missionaries. Mally wants to watch Paw Patrol. No.
John Crist in the Country Comic Spotlight. Rick Dees in this morning's Planet of the Apps and the dad joke of the day. Best jokes from last night's late night shows while you all were catching up in your sleep. Starting off with Jimmy Fallon on NBC's Tonight Show, where he jokes about President Donald Trump and his tariffs that'll be going into effect on NBC's Tonight Show last night.
Well, guys, today more of President Trump's tariffs went into effect for more than 90 countries, including Canada, Brazil, and India. The only places Trump didn't charge are North Korea and Epstein Island.
Jimmy also joking about prices on items going up.
Meanwhile, 50% of tariffs on Brazil will dramatically raise the price of bananas, mangoes, and pineapples. Edible Arrangements was like, as long as you don't raise the price of cantaloupe and long toothpicks, we're good. Even toilet paper will get more expensive. You know it's bad when people come out of the bathroom like, hey, where's that long CVS receipt?
Seth Meyers joking about Target recalling some of their sugar cookies. A Target cookie recall. This was on Seth Meyers' NBC's Late Night last night.
Target's issued a recall for 12,000 packages of its Favorite Day Bakery frosted sugar cookies because they may contain pieces of wood, and if there's one thing they won't stand for, it's a natural ingredient.
Seth Meyers also joking about President Donald Trump criticizing Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer.
In a post yesterday on Truth Social, President Trump criticized Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer and said, quote, Republicans must create legislation in order to get out of the grasp of these country-hating thugs. I'm sorry, you think America is in the grasp of the Democrats? The claw machine at the boardwalk has a stronger grasp. You think Chuck Schumer has a strong grasp? I would bet shaking hands with Schumer feels like you're being handed a wet bird.
Seth Meyers, Jimmy Fallon, John Crist, Rick Dees, and this morning's Planet of the Apps, Mondays through Fridays, right here on the Joe Show on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. Hey, coming up at the top hour, 7:10, we're talking Boyle County Rebel football with head coach Justin Haddix. At 7:20 this morning, Danville head coach Steve Stonebreaker joins the show. Excited to talk football this morning.
Hey, it's Matt, your leaf filter trusted pro. Gutters are an often neglected part of the home. They're also one of the most important. Clogged, overflowing gutters can cause serious problems like foundation damage or basement flooding, which can cost thousands of dollars to fix. Let's face it, cleaning gutters yourself is not only a hassle, it can be dangerous. But when you get Leaf Filter, you'll never have to worry about cleaning clogged gutters again. Get started today by visiting leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free inspection. If you decide to move forward, we'll professionally clean, realign, and seal your gutters before installing our patented stainless steel micro mesh system. Leaf Filter keeps out everything but the water. And it's backed by a lifetime transferable no clogs warranty. So you're protected for good. We're in your neighborhood and ready to help. Visit Leaf Filter today for a free inspection and estimate, and you could save up to 30%. Visit leaffilter.com/deal. That's leaffilter.com/deal.
What is it that makes parents continue to choose Danville Christian Academy for their kids' education?
Hi, my name is Amy. What I love most about DCA is that my children can go to school and worship God each and every single day.
Hello, my name is Jenna, and what I love most about DCA is that my kids are learning their true identity in Christ.
Hi, my name is Brittany, and I love DCA because my kids get a quality education that is Christ-centered.
You can find out firsthand why parents are choosing Danville Christian Academy. Enrolling now for preschool through 12th grade. Hey, 7 o'clock in the morning, top hour news is coming your way next on the Joe Show. Talking football after that.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 7 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. President Trump is directing the Commerce Department to start working on a new census. More from Mark Mayfield.
The president made the announcement with a post on Truth Social. It also noted that people who are in the country illegally will not be counted. The census is used to determine, among other things, congressional representation. According to the president's post, the new census will be based on modern-day facts, figures, and information gained from the presidential election of 2024. The U.S. conducts a census every decade as required by the Constitution, and another is scheduled for 2030.
The Israeli Security Cabinet has signed off on a full military takeover of the Gaza Strip. The office of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says a majority of his security cabinet backed his proposal early Friday to begin the gradual military takeover of the Palestinian territory. The Prime Minister spoke with Fox News.
We don't want to govern it. We don't want to be there as a governing body. We want to hand it over to Arab forces that will govern it properly without threatening us and giving Gazans a good life.
The FAA says it plans to hire 8,900 air traffic controllers over the next 3 years. Tammy Trujillo reports.
The Federal Aviation Administration on Thursday released a workforce plan with details on how it will address a shortage of air traffic controllers in the U.S. The report adds, however, that it expects to have only about 1,000 additional certified controllers by the end of fiscal year 2028 because of washouts among its recruits. The report comes after 67 people died last January in a mid-air collision in Washington, D.C. that was attributed in part to a shortage of air traffic controllers.
And the first trailer for The Office spinoff The Paper is out now. The first 4 episodes of the mockumentary series hits Peacock on September 4th. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Had matters at University of Maryland Global Campus because we're a school for real life. An accredited state university, UMGC lets you earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's for prior learning and relevant life and work experience, or transfer up to 12 credits toward a master's. We offer affordable tuition and online and hybrid courses. Classes start August 13th. Apply now and save with no application fee. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by SHEV.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-275-1242. That's 800-275-1242.
Remains from 3 more victims of the 9/11 terror attacks in New York City have been identified. Scott Pringle with more.
The Office of the Chief Medical Examiner says Ryan Fitzgerald of Floral Park, New York,
Barbara Keating of Palm Springs, California, and a woman whose name is being withheld have been matched with remains using advanced DNA technology and new samples from family members. About 40% of the people who were killed at the World Trade Center site on 9/11 still have not been identified. The medical examiner's office continues to test remains.
Health experts are reminding us that West Nile virus cases typically rise this time of year. Sarah Lee Kessler reports.
West Nile is a virus transmitted by mosquitoes during warm weather, with the most cases seen in September. Dr. Donald Dumford, an infectious disease specialist at the Cleveland Clinic, recommends avoiding being outside at sunrise and sunset when mosquitoes are most active.
If you're going to be outside, apply an EPA-approved mosquito repellent. This is great not just for mosquito-borne illnesses, but also for Lyme disease and other tick-borne illnesses.
West Nile virus doesn't always present with symptoms, but when it does, people generally experience fever, muscle aches, and sometimes nausea. I'm Sarah Lee Kessler.
A Confederate memorial that was removed in 2023 is returning to Arlington National Cemetery. More from Chris Coraggio.
It's part of an effort by the Trump administration to bring back statues that honor the Confederacy. The Reconciliation Monument features a bronze statue of a woman standing on a pedestal with several interpretations linked to the South, including depictions of slavery underneath her. The monument was initially debuted in 1914 by Confederate veteran Moses Ezekiel. It'll cost nearly $10 million to restore and be put back on display.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
This is Caraway at Mattresses and More on Houstonville Road in Danville. If you are looking for new furniture or bedding, stop by and check us out. New items arriving weekly, and we sell off the floor. Buy it today and take it home today. We offer layaway and 12 months same as cash with approved credit.
Thank you, Caraway. Again, buy it today, take it home today. Living room suits, bedroom suits, dinette sets, recliners, and more. From Mattresses and More, Southland Plaza next to Ace Hardware.
Good morning to you. Friday, the 8th day of August, 68 degrees here in Danville. Got a forecast for a sunny weekend coming your way. News as well. Then we're talking Boyle County football with head coach Justin Haddix after this.
At Stuart Powell Ford Mazda, we are proud to be your hometown dealer for many reasons. Selection, service, convenient location, and our people. Your friends, family, and neighbors. Since 1949 at Stuart Powell, we make it easy. Stuart Powell Ford Mazda. Visit us on the bypass in Danville or online at stuartpowell.com.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. The Soul of 2nd Street Festival begins today. It starts tonight with a dinner, recognition, live music, and more at the showroom on Lebanon Road. Then tomorrow, the parade's at 2 o'clock on Main Street, followed by more music, vendors, family tent, and more at Constitution Square. This year's Soul of 2nd Street Festival will specifically focus on honoring the legacy of Bates School. For more information, visit Soul of 2nd Street Festival on Facebook. The City of Danville Cold Iron Watkins Memorial Water Treatment Plant has received the 2025 Kentucky Medium-Sized Operational Excellence Award. The award comes from the Kentucky-Tennessee American Water Works Association and is given to water treatment plants that display exceptional operational management, records management, appearance, cleanliness, and quality. Are you ready for some deals? The 127 yard sale returns this weekend on a route that stretches right through this area. Harrodsburg, Danville, Junction City, Liberty, and many other areas. Be prepared for drivers who may pull off or on the road without warning. The yard sale runs through Sunday. School starts next week for most area schools, and one school has a noticeable change. Danville High School's front entrance area now features a massive, once-functioning anchor alongside an outdoor classroom space. The work started earlier this summer and is expected to be completely finished by the time school starts next Wednesday at Danville. Other improvements at Danville schools during the summer break include a new gym floor at the high school and new lights and a video board, among other things, at the Danville High School football field. Two Waynesburg elementary school teachers will present at the Kentucky Reading Association's annual conference this September. The Lincoln Interior Journal is reporting that Rebecca Cash and Tiffany Crook will present a session titled Camp Literacy, focusing on how to use AI tools into reading and writing lessons for upper elementary school students. The Kentucky Reading Association's annual conference draws educators in from across the state to discuss innovation and the best practices in literacy instruction. And one of the big races in the area happens tomorrow. The 29th annual Coach E.G. Plummer 5K happens tomorrow at Danville's cross-country course. There are 18 different men and women's age divisions. You can sign up tomorrow, day of, for $25. The race starts at 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow on the Danville cross-country course. I'm Joe Mathis.
This morning's local news was a service of Stuart Powell Ford Mazda on the bypass in Danville and online at stuartpowell.com.
Going out of town or anywhere in the world? Stay in touch with WHIR on the internet at hometownlive.net. Powered by Kentucky WIMAX.
In Kentucky, we know the unexpected can strike at any moment, whether it's a tornado, flood, or severe storm. Being prepared could save lives. That's why it's vital to have an emergency plan. Know where your local shelter is. Keep an emergency kit with essentials like water, food, and medicine, and make sure your family has a communication plan in place. Boyle County, we're stronger when we are prepared. For more information on how to get ready, visit Boyle County Health Department's Division of Emergency Preparedness online at boylehealth.com. Stay safe, stay ready. This message was brought to you by your friends at the Boyle County Health Department.
Planning a wedding? Paying for a wedding? Attending a wedding? Hi, this is Pim Fitzgerald-Clark with Wedding Planning with Pim, inviting you to join us Monday through Friday after the 8:30 morning news on WHIR AM 1230. I'll give you sound wedding planning advice and money-saving tips, information you need, and you'll get it all right here at your favorite radio station, WHIR AM 1230.
This Joe Show Weather Report is brought to you by...
Thank you there, Rayleigh Joe. It's brought to you by our friends over at Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency. They proudly represent the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Call Mark or Chris. They'd love to give you a free quote. 859-236-6686. Mostly sunny, a high today of 90, a low of 70, sunny and 90 tomorrow, and sunny and 91 on Sunday. Right now it's 7:11 in the morning. It is Friday, the 8th day of the month of August, and we are 2 weeks away from high school football season kicking off here on the Hometown Radio Network, and it's officially 2 weeks from tomorrow for the start of Boyle County High School football. They'll be in action Saturday, August the 23rd, taking on Bullitt East. And we welcome onto the show Boyle County head football coach Justin Haddix. Good morning, Coach. How are you?
Doing good. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing great, Coach. Appreciate you being on here this morning. Been a while since we talked, and here we are kind of staring high school football season right in the face, and wanted to get you on to touch base and see how the Rebels are doing this offseason, Coach. When you hear kickoff is 2 weeks away, how's that make you feel?
Well, I know when we start doing these things in the morning, it's here. It's close.
Yeah.
We're excited for the season. Our guys have had a great off season so far. One of the strongest team as far as looking at how many guys we have power clean over 225 pounds. We're up in the 23, 24 range, so that's the most that I've ever had out of 53 varsity players. So almost half our group can power clean over 225. Wow. One of the strongest team I've ever had in that area. So they put in the work this off season, and then we start getting, we do 7-on-7s. We do now we're going full pads and getting those practice together, seeing how they're coming along. I'm excited to get to see them.
When you get this close to the season, and 2 weeks, still got quite a bit of practice time left, but in terms of position battles, is every position basically still up for grabs this far out, but yet this close to the start of the season?
In our program where we're at, it's a production world, and that it's every day, it's every week, it's this. There's nothing set in stone. If you're having a bad game, if you're having this, you could very easily lose your job that next day in practice, and that's happened from some of our guys, some of our sophomores. Looking at our program, I think we've had 7 sophomores start since I've been here at Bull, so this is going on year 6. So to be a sophomore and be up there in it, and we've had some guys that are challenging right now, and we're excited about them.
Coach, let's talk about some of these players. And when you talk about Bullitt County football, what an offseason, even go back to last year, but certainly what an offseason Seneca Driver has had. He's got 1,000 D1 offers, it feels like, Coach. Tell us about what Seneca brings to the field. For those maybe who see the offers come in or they see it on social media, what exactly does Seneca Driver bring to this team? How talented is this young man?
A lot of people call me and they say, Coach, we love his film from last year. Really, last year was the only year he was one of those 7 sophomores that's played. He was 200 pounds, and he was 6'4.5". I said, right now, we went to Penn State, and he measured shoes off 6'6", 232, and he ran a 4.66. So very, very, did a lot of work on his body, just matured. Strong in the weight room. He's a guy who power cleans 285 pounds. He had 300 up, and I'm sure he'll get that soon. But just an explosive, competitive young man. If you see him, he's got that fire. When you watch him play, I think that's something that he loves playing football. He loves competing, and that's what separates him from a lot of people. And he's a top 10 player in the country, right? Not just at tight end. I think for what he's going to play outside linebacker for us, he can punt, he can long snap, he can probably throw it farther than we have on our team. But he's a top 10 player in the country, if not the best one in the country, and one of the best players I've ever had.
So Seneca Driver's going to be the punter this year?
He could be the punter, yes.
Coach, let's talk about up front, the offensive and defensive lines. How are things looking for the big boys up front?
They're looking good. We've got some good competition there. Colt Kelly is coming back. He's a senior. He's been a guy who started as a freshman for us. That he's the only one that started as a freshman for us. So he's very he's strong. He's got some offers here lately. He's doing this. He's maybe not the biggest guy, but he will compete. He's physical. Had played last year with an injury there late. Had surgery. Coming back strong, and just that leadership that he brings to us on the offensive and defensive line is going to be huge. Briley Burris is another kid who's starting on the O-line. He started last year for us, but he'll be back. He's a senior. J.J. Goodman's a kid who's going to play a lot. He'll play both ways on the line. He's a senior. You have Grant Holman is a kid who's a sophomore. He's 6'5", 245, 50 pounds, and really kind of come on for us. We feel like he's going to be a good player. And then another guy who's getting some notoriety is Grant got a couple offers too, but Christian Bryan is a kid, 6'3", 275, 80 pounds. Going to be a sophomore, is played well and had a pretty good off season. We expect big things out of him on the offensive line as far as that goes.
You did in the backfield, Coach, and playmakers lose quite a bit to graduation. Obviously, Tavy Quisenberry, Maury Brown. Jiden Smith-Heisel is back. Is he kind of a guy you're going to be dependent on in the backfield this year?
Jiden has really turned on. He's had a great camp so far. Can't wait to see him, and he's dominated in the JV stuff. He's been a great scout team back for us, doing those things, and just seeing him and how he's matured and done stuff. He's really came along well, and we're excited to get to see him. Talking about another guy up front, I can't leave this guy off. Mm-hmm. Clifton Yoakum may be one of the most explosive. He's going to be a senior. He'll play both ways for us and be some sub stuff for us. He is an explosive lineman that has been a leader for us. Going to be a senior too, so we're excited about him. But in the backfield, you got somebody nobody's heard of is Darrell Yancey III. He's going to be a senior. He's going to play some running back, some H-back, some stuff. He played JV last year. Explosive, 5'9", 5'10", 205 pounds, and just an explosive back who gets downhill, tough to tackle. As far as that, Bubby McPherson and Kane Logan. Bubby's going to be a senior, and then Kane Logan's going to be a junior. Those four guys are kind of the ones we're looking at in the backfield a little bit. And another sophomore's coming up is Will Boffman, who's going to be a kid who's really he's had a great camp so far.
At quarterback, Coach, you got Baylor Murphy back. Tell us how the quarterback battle is looking for you all in the offseason.
Baylor has had a great camp. He's done a great job. His leadership is really come on. He's taken more of an active role in that of making sure everybody's doing the little things and doing this. Been very impressed with Baylor so far. Behind him, you got Jet Raleigh, going to be a sophomore, kind of more of your dynamic runner, can play receiver, can play some different things, and good on the rollout stuff and play action, but gives us an option there. And then you never know who can always take snaps for us. We get a lot of guys who can take the snap and run the ball and throw it too. So we're blessed with some options there.
A little wildcat formation, Seneca driver in the backfield. We need a yard or two or something like that.
We can't give all our secrets away yet, Joe.
Coach, wide receiver got some guys back and some new names as well. Ashton Drakeford, what a phenomenal athlete Ashton is. Yeah, Ashton Drakeford's a kid who's going to play both ways. Plays receiver, plays secondary. He's got some offers in the secondary come from there, but just a playmaker. Jakeem Ray is a kid who's been really, really explosive. He was in and out last year for us, and he's a guy who can catch a little one and make big plays happen. Nathaniel Shepman is another kid who's got some speed, ran well at camps and does some stuff. He's going to be physical. He can catch the screen and take it. He can stretch the field vertically. So we like where we're at there. Lucas Young is a kid who is really kind of turned on for us. He's a guy who's going to play both ways and play in the secondary too, but a sophomore who's really kind of turned on and helped us and looking good so far. Coach, defensively, obviously that's always been kind of a hallmark for Boyle County. Last year you had a streak of 7 games out of 8 play where you gave single digits or less. 3 of those were shutouts. Let's talk about your defense real quick. How's the defense looking for you all? We've got about 6 guys that rotate on the defensive line, and that's always the focus. I tell them all the time. I'm the head coach, and I call the offense, but defense is what wins championships, and it's got to be the constant. You're going to have some nights maybe with the weather or whatever that your offense may struggle, and defense has always got to be the constant there. Defensive line wise, it starts big Cliff Yoakum in the middle is going to be a big piece for us. You look at a Daryl Yancey, you look at a JJ, you look at a Briley Burris, you look at Jax Crow on the defensive line. A lot of those guys are tough to block, and they don't stay blocked as far as that goes. And Colt Kelly's also playing something there. So we've got a great rotation between our offense and defensive line of guys that we can keep healthy and keep fresh throughout a game, that we're able to play more guys and just, hey, these are the 3 starters or 4 starters, and nobody else is getting to play. So we're very thankful there. At linebacker, 2 inside guys are Braden Borders-Kaufman and Lucas Akers are 2 juniors that are going to be our inside backers. And then you get Seneca Driver on the other side, who's outside backer. And then Kane Logan's a strong safety coming in there. And then Ashton Drakeford at free safety. And then you got your 3 seniors in the secondary with Ashton Drakeford, Jakeem Ray, who started some last year, and then Bubby McPherson, who started last year. So we've got a lot of veterans in the secondary that we expect big things from. With Boyle County head coach Justin Haddock's coach, I do want to mention certainly the great loss that it was earlier this week when we heard the news about former Boyle County offensive coordinator and coach Chris Pardue. You all are going to be honoring Coach Pardue, turning the lights on at 7:30, which is the typical game night. That'll be happening tonight. For 21 years he served at Boyle County, and you'll be having the lights on for 21 minutes. How familiar were you, and how many conversations did you have with Coach Pardue? Coming in, Coach Pardue had retired whenever I came in. Him and Coach Smith went out together. Being Coach Smith's longtime offensive coordinator, been here a while. That was he left when he left. But Coach Pardue was always a guy. He would reach out, text. Anytime I saw him, he was very personable. Hey, Coach, however we can help. And there were some things that I saw. Obviously, I've been on the other side going against him. I said, hey, what do you do here? And when he was at Campbellsville, or what he was, we had some little coaching clinics at the high school, and he was coming, and we were on the board and talking, but he was always a guy who cared about the program. And that's the difference. I feel like that Boyle County is a lot different than other places, and you got different coaches, and you've got this, but no matter who's there, those guys are for the program. Yeah. And that's the most. It's not about just one team. It's not about one person. It's not about anything. It is about
the program and what it means to this community and all the former players. And credit to Coach Smith, Coach Mason, Coach, all those guys, Coach Hester, all those guys Coach Bardou's the main part of that, that have been here to help build this program to where it is, and that's on us and our coaches to keep it going that way, and we'll do everything we can to keep it at the top and keep it going the same way. Before and after us, that's what we want.
Boyle County head coach Justin Haddix. Coach, we appreciate you being on. 2 weeks from tomorrow, Boyle County is down in Bowling Green taking on a good Bullitt East team. That is a game that will be Saturday, August 23rd, and we'll have it on our sister station Z105. Coach, appreciate you being on. We'll talk to you later, okay?
Hey, thank you. Go Rebels.
There you go. Boyle County head coach Justin Haddix at 7:23 in the morning. We've got Danville head coach Steve Stonebreaker. Excited to talk to Coach Stonebreaker. He'll be on here coming up right after sports with Steve Bertram.
Hey, this is Jack Mathis. I love sports. And this is a sports update with the Big Daddy, Steve Bertram. Brought to you by Stuart Powell Mazda.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore with Stuart Powell Ford Mazda here on the Bypass in Danville, where we make buying a vehicle easy. No fast talk, no high-pressure sales, no gimmicks or silly commercials. Just honest deals and a team that takes pride in doing business the right way. For over 75 years, we've built trust by treating our customers like family, offering fair prices and making sure you drive away with confidence. Stop by today and see just how easy it is to do business with us.
Come to Stuart Powell, we can do business.
Stop in at 225 South Danville Bypass.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. The 2025 high school football season kicks off 2 weeks from tonight on Hometown Radio as Danville entertains Fort Knox and Garrett County plays North Bullitt at Lincoln County. 2 weeks from Saturday night, Boyle County faces Bullitt East at Bowling Green, while Mercer County hosts States Creek. Follow the Rebels, Titans, Golden Lions, and Admirals all season long on Hometown Radio and online at hometownlive.net. In NFL preseason action last night, the defending Super Bowl champion Eagles used the tush push to defeat the Bengals 34-27. The Ravens got by the Colts 24-16, and the Raiders and Seahawks tied at 23-23. Tonight, the Cleveland Browns are at Carolina, Detroit's at Atlanta, and Washington's at New England. Join us for Mercer County Girls Soccer this Monday night on Hometown Radio. Mercer plays Nelson County at 7:30 on WHBN AM 1420 and WHBN FM 99.5. There were just 4 games in Major League Baseball yesterday. Paul Skeens scattered 7 hits and struck out 8 in 6 innings of shutout baseball as Pittsburgh blanked Cincinnati 7-0 in the first of their 4-game series at the Pirates. The Braves rallied past the Marlins 8-6. The Mariners edged the White Sox 4-3 in 11 innings. And it was the Athletics 6, Nationals nothing. NASCAR's running at Watkins Glen this weekend on Hometown Radio. Join us tomorrow at 2:30 for Xfinity Racing. Airtimes at 1 o'clock Sunday for Cup action, all on WHIR AM 1230 and WHIR FM 1039. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
This Joe Show Weather Report is brought to you by...
All right, Rayleigh, brought to you by Danville Auto Body Shop. For top-of-the-line collision and auto body repair. Head to the mechanics over at Danville Auto Body Shop, 315 Delahaye. Get a free estimate, and they work at their insurance company, fixing water leaks, window motor repairs, hail damage, and paintless tint repair. At Danville Auto Body Shop. Sunshine, 90 and 70 the high and low. Sunny tomorrow and 90, sunny Sunday and 91. Right now, 7:27 in the morning, and so glad to welcome onto the show Danville Admiral head football coach Steve Stonebreaker. Good morning, Coach. How are you?
Good morning, Joe. Doing well this morning. Heading down the barrel of getting scrimmages started tonight, so exciting time of year.
Let's talk about that then tonight. Who, where, what time? Give us the details, Coach.
Well, we're going to go to Gallatin County tonight for our first scrimmage, and that'll start at 6:30 Eastern Time. So both of our scrimmages are away with some of the renovations being done to the stadium. Wanted to give that some extra time, and it was a good thing we did. So, we'll go to Gallatin County tonight, and then we'll head to South Laurel for next Friday night scrimmage.
There you go. So, still work being done in the stadium. I'm glad you mentioned that. That's a kind of a good place to start off, Coach. You're taking over a program with a fan base that desires success. They want it. You're a coach that desires success, and someone may say, well, prove it. Put your money where your mouth is, so to say. And Danville School says, watch this. We're renovating the field. We're getting new lights. We're getting a new video board. We're getting a new scoreboard. Coach, you kind of come in to this program, all things moving in the right direction. Tell us how it's been your first handful of months at Danville, seeing kind of the new progress going up at the field, meeting the team, and things like that.
Well, I tell everybody all the time, Joe, it's, really most everything's been better than anticipated. I haven't tried to, haven't had to pull as many teeth and that kind of thing as I thought that I probably would have to. So I've been pleasantly surprised with most everything. Of course, the administrative support's been really good, from the board level, of course. Superintendent Ron Ballard and the school board making the decision to do some renovations to the stadium. And, of course, their hand was forced a little bit with some of the things that took place last year.
Right.
But if you're going to do things, and that was the thing that I said from the outset, if you're going to do things, let's make sure we're doing them first class and make sure we're doing them in a way that, for the next quarter century of Danville football utilizing that stadium, it's going to be first class, and we're going to have things there that really enhance the atmosphere for game nights. And we're doing that with the type of lighting that's going to be put in with the new LED flashing lights and those kind of things. And obviously with the video scoreboard, being able to have those type of things that most programs don't have at this point. And, that's something that sets you apart and makes you unique. I did not want to get turf. I think we were all on the same page in not getting turf with the Bermuda surface that we have. We have one of the best surfaces, probably the best natural surface in the state. So that's something now that makes us unique with so many programs now having turf. So, that was part of the thought process, part of the mindset in doing some of those things. And it's really coming along and down to the last little bit to get it ready for the August 22nd Pigskin Classic. That's going to be brought to you by the Ghost in Blue Foundation, which is our alumni foundation, and then also our co-sponsor, Community Trust Bank. So we're very thankful for them getting on board to sponsor the Pigskin Classic, as we take that back to 2 games this year. So it's previously, the last couple of years, I believe, just been 1 game. We're taking that back to a 2-game bowl this year. So we're going to get that back going among some other things. The kids have been outstanding. The response we've gotten from them, Joe, we had a really good off season in the weight room. We're not where we need to be with that yet, but we're in a lot better place than we were in January. That's what I'm going to say, because their work in the off season was tremendous. So we're in a lot better place physically than we were 7 months ago.
Awesome.
They've been very coachable. We did a lot of install in the spring that led into the summer, and their effort, their coachability has been at a really good level to get them into a place to be ready for the football season here. So I'm excited about getting out and seeing them scrimmage somebody else this evening and seeing where we need to improve.
Yeah, that Pigskin Classic is going to be Friday, August 22nd, 6 o'clock, Bethlehem and Marion County, and then 8 o'clock will be Fort Knox versus Danville. Coach, you did something very unique, and I love this idea. Yesterday, you all posted on social media that for an opportunity for the seniors to be captains, to walk out onto the field as captains for the coin toss and things like that, that they had to pass a tradition test about the history of the Danville football program. As of now, Gavin Walker, Jacaven Walker, and Sasha Wade, all 3 passed the test, but the other seniors in the team can take it as many times as they want until they do pass the test. Tell us, Coach, what is it that made you want to go that route, kind of bringing that thought of the tradition, how important this program is to this community, and making that kind of the focal point of naming seniors as captains?
Well, one of the things that I've done in the recent years that I've been a head coach, and when I say that, it's probably the last 15 or so years, is I've had a rotation of captains.
Okay.
And we haven't necessarily voted on 2 to 4 kids or something like that as captains, because I think that sometimes juniors to feel like they can be leaders, because you don't necessarily have a set small group of kids as captains. But coming into the Danville program, one of the things that I knew needed to happen was we had to get the kids to understand what they were a part of, and the rich tradition of the program that they play for and the program that they represent on a daily basis. That's something that really had to be done. So this was one of the ways in which I thought we could do that was the institution of the tradition test. So this is a test that has been constructed with the help of a lot of ghosts in blue, whether they be former players, former coaches in the program, and it's a test of 70-plus questions that deal with the greatest players in the program, greatest coaches in the program, and there's been several. Deals with comeback wins. There's specific questions about situations where Danville's had great comeback wins, great last-second wins, players that have played through injury. There's multiple questions about that on there. So, there's a lot of questions that deal with different parts of the history of Danville football, and the seniors get the opportunity to take that test, pass it, and then they're in the rotation as captains. So, it's not only that they're in the rotation as captains, but they know some of the history of Danville football to be able to say, hey, Danville's been in this circumstance before. They've come out, the right way, and this happened, that happened, X, Y, Z. So just trying to get that connector for the kids to understand what they're a part of and what they represent. I think it was just a good way to do it.
Do you have one of the sample tests on you right now, Coach?
I don't have it on me right now. No.
Okay.
The only hard copies that I've got are the ones that we've given to the players. But some of the questions date back to 1927. Off the top of my head, that was the first year that Danville had an undefeated season. So that question's on there dating back to almost 100 years ago. So. We've got questions that span any era of Danville football.
Yeah, I would love if we can get you on next week. If you can just pull like 4 or 5 questions from the test, because I think you can quiz me. I'm not saying I'll get any of them right, but I think our listeners that appreciate and love Danville football would love to hear the questions that are on that test, and probably while they're listening in the home or in the car ride at this point to school, at this point next week would be going to school, would love to try to answer those questions that you ask the players. So next week, Coach, when we have you on, pull a couple of questions, 4 or 5 of them. You can ask me again. I'll try to answer them again. I could get them all wrong, but at least to let the listeners hear what the questions are. I bet they'd love that.
Oh, I think you're absolutely right. Another thing we're going to do is on our video scoreboard every night is we'll have, and we'll have a sponsor for this, but we'll have a historical Danville football question that will pop up on that screen, and it'll be a question that's from the tradition test. So even coming out to our games, fans will be able to interact in that way with a question that's on the tradition test. But I'll be glad to do that for next week for sure.
That'd be great. Coach Steve Stoneberger. Coach, real quickly, because I want to make sure we talk about some of the players, and I know there's probably going to be no way you'll be able to touch on all of them, but tell us who are some players, Coach, that have shown either great leadership or great improvement, or you expect to have a pretty big year. I know we're still 2 weeks away, but you expect the way they're trending to have a pretty big year this year for you.
Yeah, we're gonna be young in spots this year. We're gonna have probably at least 4 freshmen starting, and we're gonna have a lot of others that'll see playing time on the field. Of our seniors, Sasha Wade has been somebody that has displayed strong leadership for us. He had a great off season. He moved his bench press up from 295 to 345, and that's a spectacular jump because when you get to that level, a lot of times you're tapering off, and it's hard to make that kind of jump. But he made that kind of jump in the last 6-7 months. But he's somebody that we're going to count on to play both ways. We've moved him to center on offense. And he's a heady kid. He's got the ability to make the calls there, but we'll also count on him on the defensive line as well. Jacaven Walker is somebody that we'll count on both sides of the ball for sure. He'll play receiver. He'll play safety. Jaden Tandy is a young man that came back to us, and he's going to have a big role for us as a tight end and also as an outside linebacker. he's been somebody that's been a pleasant surprise to see his growth this offseason. You have David Shelton, who's been a starter here, and he'll play offensive guard for us and play a little bit of middle linebacker. Dyron Moody is back as a starter on the offensive line, and he'll also play some defensive line for us. So we've got quite a few guys there. Gavin Walker will play some both ways. He'll be a slot receiver, be a safety as well. So we've got quite a few seniors that we're counting on. It's not our biggest class. We don't have as many seniors as we do juniors and freshmen, but we've got some guys that we're going to count on for leadership there. We got some guys that have been around a little bit that obviously haven't had a lot of success, but I think with the way they're working and the way that they bought in, and I think this is not just as a senior group, but really as a team, they're dying to have some success. And, really working for that, and I'm looking forward to seeing them have some good Friday nights this fall.
Danville head coach Steve Stonebreaker. Coach, we appreciate you so much being on. We'll talk again next week, and then the first week of the football season. We'll start talking every weekday morning about Admiral football and getting our fans geared up for the game that Friday night, okay?
Absolutely. Looking forward to it.
All right, appreciate you, Coach. Talk to you later. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
That's Danville head football coach Steve Stonebreaker. He's a dynamic speaker. You can hear it in his voice. And excited about Admiral football and Rebel football. Talk with Coach Haddix at 7:10. Talk with Coach Stonebreaker. Started the interview about 7:25 or so. But we appreciate both of them being on the Joe Show this morning on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. It's 7:40. Linda McClanahan has the County Agent's Corner, and it's coming up next right here on the Joe Show on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports.
Maybe it began with a little girl and her tin can microphone on the front porch of a log cabin in the Great Smoky Mountains. But it wouldn't be long before the crowd she dreamed of followed her home to Dollywood, where the memories we share will live in our hearts forever. Experience the incredible resorts, award-winning festivals, thrilling rides, and live shows with those you love most. Plan your trip at Dollywood.com.
Serving Boyle County seniors.
At A Gathering Place, we promote independence for senior citizens and adults with special needs through social, recreational, nutritional, and wellness programs that enhance quality of life. The activities that we offer are designed to keep seniors active and involved, offer socialization, promote friendship, encourage mental fitness, and positively impact overall health and wellness. To find out more, visit us at agatheringplace.org or follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Authentic Mexican grocery store, cakes, fresh produce, piñatas, boots, belts, and more. La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. Family owned and operated, offering the best Mexican products created. La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. And to make your tummy smile, Taco Yumas, the on-site food truck that's also available for catering and events. So where do you go for authentic Mexican product? La Michoacana Mexican grocery store. In Danville on Houstonville Road.
If you run a business, this year has certainly been a challenge. Hi, this is Don, your small business marketing expert. If you'd like to grow your business, you should consider radio. With radio, you can target your business to thousands of customers each week. That's right, radio can help you reach new customers and generate more business even on your slowest days. Are you looking to build store traffic? Are you trying to reach new customers? Do you want to reconnect with past customers? Radio can help you drive new traffic to your business 7 days a week. And did you know radio reaches shoppers within 30 minutes of their major purchase of the day? Radio can help you get more customers and increase sales. You say you don't have a big budget? No problem. Radio is affordable. In fact, compared to other media, radio gives you more bang for your buck. So how do you get started? It's easy. Just give us a call today and start growing your business with radio.
Promote your business to thousands of potential customers every week. To learn more, go online to advertisecentralkentucky.com. That's advertisecentralkentucky.com.
Summertime, 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 summertime.
We're all ready for some summertime fun and at a big deals price. Go to Beach Band Park and Splash Lagoon Water Park with admission tickets just $30 at Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net. They're determined and dedicated to providing safe, clean fun for all guests this summer. Beach Band has rides for everyone in the family, including the nationally recognized Kentucky Rumbler wooden roller coaster. There's the whole family ride, the Wet Adventure down the Whitewater Express. And there's plenty of fun at Splash Lagoon Water Park, a day of summer fun. Plus, included with your admission ticket, you get free parking, free sunscreen, free tubes, all at Beach Bend Park in Bowling Green. Just a 2-hour drive away, so get ready to pack up and go to Beach Bend Park with admission tickets just $30 for a full day of fun in the sun. Go to hometownlive.net and click on Big Deal.
So shop now.
Shop now, buy now. Also save $5 on Pioneer Playhouse tickets.
Paid for by government. Did you hear? A recent stash of $10 gold Liberty coins from the 1800s has been found. These gorgeous gold coins are as bright and shiny as the day they were struck in the late 1800s, and less than 200 of these gold coins are available. Coin experts are calling this gold find an incredible opportunity. Call 1-800-222-3967, and you are guaranteed a $10 gold Liberty coin minted by the U.S. Mint in the 1800s. But with extremely limited availability, you must call now. These gold Liberty coins from the 1800s are still in uncirculated condition. That is history you can hold in your hand. To learn more, call 1-800-222-3967. Call now and you'll receive a free American Coin Collector's Bonus Package, a $40 value, free with every order. Call 1-800-222-3967 now to secure your $10 gold Liberty coins dated from the 1800s before they sell out. That's 1-800-222-3967.
This Joe Show Weather Report is brought to you by...
All right, Rayleigh, brought to you by the Little Sign Shop. Under new owners and operators, they offer all types of quality signs at affordable prices. Many within 24 hours. They are in Danville, where 2nd and 4th Streets meet. Call them 859-238-7391. All right, sunshine, a high of 90. A low tonight of 70. Tomorrow, sunshine and 90. Sunday, sunshine and 91. It's 7:45 in the morning. It's 67 degrees. Linda McClanahan joins us for the County Agent's Corner. Linda had been trying to call, and my interviews had run long, and Linda held strong and got the call through. Good morning, Linda. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm great, Linda. Doing great. Appreciate you being on here this morning and giving us the County Agent's Corner. It's brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market in Stanford.
Get the top price for your livestock. Take them to the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, where they have drop-off hours to fit the busy farmer's needs. Selling your livestock a profitable and a pleasant experience. Save the hassle of a long haul. Sell your livestock at the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, 277 Courtier Road in Stanford. Call Bluegrass South Livestock Market at 606-365-0665. Bluegrass South Livestock Market in Stanford.
Here's Linda McClanahan.
In many parts of Kentucky, first cutting hay was delayed. Although yields were good, forage quality is another story. As the grass plant reaches maturity, gets mature seed, yield goes up, but quality decreases. This year we had good yield but with lower quality as confirmed by lab test results. I wish we could have been more timely in our hay harvest this spring, but weather conditions were just not conducive to dry hay. In fact, weather records indicate that we're seeing a trend toward fewer baling days in May. Baling days is 3 curing days plus 1 harvest day. It is just getting tougher to be timely with our first cutting harvested as dry hay. So the question becomes, what should we do? The list of practical solutions is short. In fact, there's really only one viable alternative, and that's baleage. High-quality baleage can be made with a curing window as short as 2 days, 1 day to mow and wilt, and the 2nd day to bale and wrap. This provides more opportunities to harvest at the correct stage of maturity. In years like this one, hay testing becomes even more important. Since most of Kentucky's first cutting hay was put up at an advanced stage of maturity, testing is going to be critical of making sure that we meet the nutrient requirements of our cows this winter. The single most important factor impacting rebreeding in cow herds is body condition at calving. To design an effective supplementation program for our lower quality hay, we must know what the quality is. If you've never tested your hay, this is the year to start. And you can contact your county extension office to get your hay tested. We're running a hay testing program this year, and it runs until September the 29th. So you can get your hay tested for free. Contact any of your county extension agents. That's today's Farm News. Join us each weekday at this time for the County Agents Corner, service to the Boyle, Gary, Lincoln, and Mercer County Extension offices.
Linda McClanahan for the County Agents Corner from the Mercer County Extension Office. Linda, thanks for being on, and we'll talk to you again in the month of September, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, Linda. Bye. That's Linda McClanahan with this morning's County Agents Corner. Hey, real quickly, some random facts for you that you may not know, but I want you to know, so I'm going to let you know. Here we go. Fact number 1. The 2 main islands that make up New Zealand did not have official names until 2013. For hundreds of years, they were just referred to as North Island and South Island. But I guess they figured they had to name them something. So they did. They were given names from the native Maori culture. The North Island is now, I'm not going to be able to pronounce this. The North Island is now Tika Amaui. And that's, I don't know if I even pronounced it correct. I acted like I wasn't going to be able to pronounce it, and I could have completely butchered it because I don't know how to say it. Tiaika Amaui. And the South Island is Tiwapanuma. That's New Zealand. All right, number 2. When the movie Bad Boys was first being developed, the plan was to have John Lovitz and Dana Carvey star in the movie. And then they rewrote it. They changed some things. It wound up being Will Smith and Martin Lawrence that starred in the movie. Number 3, in an interview with Walt Disney in 1933, Walt did state that Mickey and Minnie Mouse are married. They're married. And then number 4, do you remember back in 2013, back when New Zealand was renaming their islands, but also when the Harlem Shake was going crazy? Everybody was doing the Harlem Shake. Sounded like this. That was the first instrumental song to hit number 1 on Billboard's chart since the Miami Vice theme song did it in 1985. Now, there are a few words in this, but it's classified as an instrumental. There you go. Random facts for you on this Friday morning. 68 degrees, Friday, August the 8th. Here's a question I want you to ponder, and we'll talk about it with Dusty coming up in the 8 o'clock in the morning hour. If you had to go on a 12-hour road trip, but you could only listen to one singer for the whole 12-hour road trip, you can't flip, you got one singer in all of his work or her work, which artist are you going with? Think about it. We'll talk about it coming up on The Joe Show.
Paid for by government. Did you hear? A recent stash of $10 gold Liberty coins from the 1800s has been found. These gorgeous gold coins are as bright and shiny as the day they were struck in the late 1800s. And less than 200 of these gold coins are available. Coin experts are calling this gold find an incredible opportunity. Call 1-800-222-3967 and you are guaranteed a $10 gold Liberty coin minted by the U.S. Mint in the 1800s. But with extremely limited availability, you must call now. These gold Liberty coins from the 1800s are still in uncirculated condition. That is history you can hold in your hand. To learn more, call 1-800-222-3967. Call now and you'll receive a free American Coin Collector's Bonus Package, a $40 value, free with every order. Call 1-800-222-3967 now to secure your $10 gold Liberty coins dated from the 1800s before they sell out. That's 1-800-222-3967.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. The 2025 high school football season kicks off 2 weeks from tonight on Hometown Radio as Danville entertains Fort Knox and Garrett County plays North Bullitt at Lincoln County. 2 weeks from Saturday night, Boyle County faces Bullitt East at Bowling Green, while Mercer County hosts States Creek. Follow the Rebels, Titans, Golden Lions, and Admirals all season long on Hometown Radio and online at hometownlive.net. In NFL preseason action last night, the defending Super Bowl champion Eagles used the tush push to defeat the Bengals 34-27. The Ravens got by the Colts 24-16, and the Raiders and Seahawks tied at 23-23. Tonight, the Cleveland Browns are at Carolina, Detroit's at Atlanta, and Washington's at New England. Join us for Mercer County Girls Soccer this Monday night on Hometown Radio. Mercer plays Nelson County at 7:30 on WHBN AM 1420 and WHBN FM 99.5. There were just 4 games in Major League Baseball yesterday. Paul Skeens scattered 7 hits and struck out 8 in 6 innings of shutout baseball as Pittsburgh blanked Cincinnati 7-0 in the first of their 4-game series at the Pirates. The Braves rallied past the Marlins 8-6. The Mariners edged the White Sox 4-3 in 11 innings, and it was the Athletics 6, Nationals nothing. NASCAR's running at Watkins Glen this weekend on Hometown Radio. Join us tomorrow at 2:30 for Xfinity Racing. Airtimes at 1 o'clock Sunday for Cup action, all on WHIR AM 1230 and WHIR FM 1039. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
You gotta go with Graceland. Graceland Air.
Graceland Air, a local HVAC company, offers a wide range of services and provides each customer with an effective and long-term solution in both heating and air conditioning repair. They're committed to excellence in every aspect, exceptional quality of service, high standard of integrity. You are the basis of their business, and they service all brands. Go online to Graceland-KY.com for more information.
You gotta go with Graceland. Graceland Air.
Discover the power of radio. If you're a business owner, did you know that radio advertising pays off over a long period of time? The advertising you do today is selling customers who may make their buying decisions weeks or even months from now. By consistently advertising, you get a long-term advantage over your competitors. Discover the power of radio.
Promote your business to thousands of potential customers every week. To learn more, go online to advertisecentralkentucky.com. That's advertisecentralkentucky.com.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Okay, Rayleigh Joe brought to you by the Big Deals online store, hometownlife.net. Shop and save on gift certificates to local businesses at big-time discounts. Up to 50% every single day. The Big Deals online store, hometownlive.net. Sunshine and 90 is your high. A low tonight of 70, sunshine and 90 tomorrow, sunshine and 91 on Sunday at 7:55 in the morning, 67 degrees here in Danville as we head out west to see what's going on in the world of WHIR, the showbiz segment, celebrity news. Those people so rich and famous, they are disassociated with reality. Our rule of thumb on the Joe Show, if a celebrity does it, says it, or thinks it politically, you should probably do, say, and think the opposite. Here we go, the showbiz segment. Starting off with Home Alone, Macaulay Culkin was on the latest episode of Hot Ones, where they like to eat hot sauce and talk. And he was asked to fact-check some rumors about Home Alone. For starters, did you know that his stunt double was played by a very short 30-year-old man? The man's name was Larry. Macaulay was 9 years old at the time, and he knew Larry was much older. Well, he thought he was 13 years old. Macaulay remembered being worried about Larry when he had to do a stunt where he falls from a collapsed shelf. He said, quote, it was a vicious first take. They didn't like the way everything felt, and they did it again and again and again and again. And I'm going, please take it easy on Larry. He's 13 years old. He wasn't. He was 30 years old. He also mentioned that his "cause you're a stranger" line to the grocery store clerk was all his idea. And yes, the photo of Buzz's girlfriend was a boy with makeup on, and the Playboy magazine had pages glued together. There you go. Some Home Alone rumors that you may not have known about. Hey, you know how some people claim that they won't wash their hands if they shake a celebrity's hand or whatever? Well, does the same magic touch come from a celebrity's backside? Justin Bieber visited the Roadhouse Diner in Great Falls, Montana this past Wednesday. It's unclear why he was in Montana. There's nothing wrong with that. But that's not the first state I would think of any celebrity going to, Montana. Anyway, the restaurant posted a photo of him with the staff. He's dressed in a leather jacket and comically oversized pants. They say he ordered their peanut butter and jelly burger, which is local beef with cheddar and bacon on a peanut butter and grape jelly bun. Anyway, the owner says that after he left, someone paid $300 for the seat cushion he used, and that money was split between the cooks and the server. Okay, interesting stuff. Lastly, certainly not leastly, a trailer for the Office spinoff, The Paper, is finally out. It's a 10-episode mockumentary series about a struggling newspaper staff in Toledo, Ohio. It returns the familiar face of Oscar Martinez. At the end of the trailer, Oscar points to the documentary crew and says, quote, "Not again. I'm not agreeing to any of this." The Paper premieres September 4th on Peacock. It'll start off with 4 episodes, 2 episodes released each week after that through September 25th. There's a familiar face in the trailer for the Office spinoff, The Paper, Oscar Martinez. Someone paid $300 for a cushion Justin Bieber sat on. Macaulay Culkin's stunt double in Home Alone was a 30-year-old man. That's what's going on out west in Hollywood. The showbiz segment. The World of Weird. All right, Melton's Deli in Danville, the place to go for sandwiches for lunch this afternoon. And we're going to start off our Friday with the Big Daddy Club, as we usually do. Piled high with deli-baked ham, smoked turkey, crisp bacon, Swiss and American cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, and mayonnaise. Served on your choice of either white, wheat, or rye bread. This is the Miles Bell Special. It's the #1 Big Daddy Club. You can get it at 247 East Main or 995 Ben Ally Drive in Danville. The Big Daddy Club, your sandwich of the day from Melton's Deli in Danville. Got to go grab one for lunch today. 7:59, 30 seconds away from Top Hour News on The Joe Show.
Did you know Sunrise Children's Services has 13 locations across Kentucky? There is one conveniently located near you. Plus, you can enter to win a Sunrise prize package by going to sunrise.org/trivia and answering this week's trivia question at sunrise.org/trivia. How many Sunrise locations are there in Kentucky? Your answer, 13. Go to sunrise.org/trivia to enter. Sunrise.org/trivia. Good luck.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WIMAX.
It's 8 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. The UN is calling for Israel to immediately halt its planned military takeover of the Gaza Strip. The UN High Commissioner for Human Rights released a statement today saying that Israel must bring its occupation to an end as soon as possible. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer also condemned Israel's plan and said it'll only bring more bloodshed to the Palestinians. Texas Governor Greg Abbott says the FBI is tracking down House Democrats who fled that state to stop a vote on Republican-led redistricting efforts. Mark Mayfield with more.
Abbott made the comment on X and said they will be taken directly to the Texas state capitol. It comes after Republican Senator John Cornyn said FBI Director Kash Patel agreed to help find the Democrats on Thursday. Democratic lawmakers fled to various blue states, including Illinois, earlier this week to block the vote. Some shared skepticism on whether the FBI has jurisdiction to force the lawmakers to return. The Texas House is expected to try and establish a quorum again on Friday after failing to do so twice this week. I'm Mark Mayfield.
It is unclear what laws the legislators have broken that would involve a federal organization like the FBI. The Canyon Fire in California has burned more than 4,800 acres of land in Los Angeles and Ventura counties with no containment. Daniel Martindale with the latest.
The fire started at about 1:30 Thursday afternoon near Lake Piru. It then spread east toward Castaic. 6 areas are under evacuation orders, with 2 other zones under evacuation warnings. The fire is primarily threatening the communities of Hasley Canyon and Hathaway Ranch and is heading toward Valverde. There are no reports of injuries or property damage. I'm Daniel Martindale.
A man accused of killing 2 Israeli embassy staffers in Washington, D.C. earlier this year will be in court today. Elias Rodriguez has been indicted on murder and federal hate crime charges. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code AIRPORT25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code AIRPORT25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code AIRPORT25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
New York Governor Kathy Hochul is highlighting what she calls a detrimental impact on New Yorkers connected to President Trump's tariff rates that are in effect. Scott Pringle with more.
Deals have yet to be hammered out with some key U.S. trading partners, including Mexico and Canada. And Hochul says with new tariff rates now in effect, consumers face a new effective rate of about 21% on most imported goods. Imported computer and electronic parts, they're expected to rise 18%, while imported clothing and shoes estimated to cost 37% more.
California has partnered with Google, Adobe, IBM, and Microsoft to prepare students for careers in artificial intelligence. California's Governor Gavin Newsom says it's a cost-free arrangement for the state.
There's simply no other jurisdiction, no other region, no other state in the world that can lay claim to the kind of entrepreneurial and innovative spirit, the kind of investments that are being made here, the human capital.
The agreement will help high school, community college, and California State University students learn essential AI skills. Schools will update their programs to incorporate the newest AI technologies, offer internship opportunities, and enhance access to advanced learning tools for all California students. Comic book fans have more DC films on the way to look forward to. Warner Brothers Discovery provided shareholders with an update on the schedule of DC movies on Thursday. The long-awaited The Batman Part 2 will begin filming next spring for an October 1st, 2027 release. Meanwhile, the studio confirmed that James Gunn is preparing to write the next installment in the Super family. Gunn is also working on Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, and Clayface that will hit theaters next year, as well as the next Wonder Woman film. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Experience family fun with a Kentucky twist at Kentucky Kingdom Theme and Water Park. New for 2025, surround yourself with the beauty of Kentucky as you explore Discovery Meadow, a delightful new adventure featuring exciting new rides, beloved characters, and tasty treats to savor. Create unforgettable family memories while celebrating the bold spirit of Kentucky. Get 2 days of fun for one great price. Buy online only for just $49.99 at KentuckyKingdom.com/special offer.
Serving Boyle County seniors a gathering place.
Our Meals on Wheels program is designed for seniors 60 and up in Boyle County who struggle with food insecurity. If you think you may be eligible, call us at 859-236-2070, thegatheringplace.org, or follow us on Instagram and Facebook for more info.
Serving Boyle County seniors a gathering place.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. The Soul of 2nd Street Festival begins today. It starts tonight with a dinner, recognition, live music, and more at the showroom on Lebanon Road. Then tomorrow, the parade's at 2 o'clock on Main Street, followed by more music, vendors, family tent, and more at Constitution Square. This year's Soul of 2nd Street Festival will specifically focus on honoring the legacy of Bates School. For more information, visit Soul of 2nd Street Festival on Facebook. The City of Danville Cold Iron Watkins Memorial Water Treatment Plant has received the 2025 Kentucky Medium-Sized Operational Excellence Award. The award comes from the Kentucky-Tennessee American Water Works Association and is given to water treatment plants that display exceptional operational management, records management, appearance, cleanliness, and quality. Are you ready for some deals? The 127 yard sale returns this weekend on a route that stretches right through this area. Harrodsburg, Danville, Junction City, Liberty, and many other areas. Be prepared for drivers who may pull off or on the road without warning. The yard sale runs through Sunday. School starts next week for most area schools, and one school has a noticeable change. Danville High School's front entrance area now features a massive, once-functioning anchor alongside an outdoor classroom space. The work started earlier this summer and is expected to be completely finished by the time school starts next Wednesday at Danville. Other improvements at Danville schools during the summer break include a new gym floor at the high school and new lights and a video board, among other things, at the Danville High School football field. 2 Waynesburg elementary school teachers will present at the Kentucky Reading Association's annual conference this September. The Lincoln Interior Journal is reporting that Rebecca Cash and Tiffany Crook will present a session titled Camp Literacy, focusing on how to use AI tools into reading and writing lessons for upper elementary school students. The Kentucky Reading Association's annual conference draws educators in from across the state to discuss innovation and the best practices in literacy instruction. And one of the big races in the area happens tomorrow. The 29th annual Coach E.G. Plummer 5K happens tomorrow at Danville's cross-country course. There are 18 different men and women's age divisions. You can sign up tomorrow, day of, for $25. The race starts at 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow on the Danville cross-country course. I'm Joe Mathis.
Time out for sports this weekend with
VSiN Sports Shows
on WHIR AM 1230.
Paid for by government. Did you hear? A recent stash of $10 gold Liberty coins from the 1800s has been found. These gorgeous gold coins are as bright and shiny as the day they were struck in the late 1800s. And less than 200 of these gold coins are available. Coin experts are calling this gold find an incredible opportunity. Call 1-800-222-3967 and you are guaranteed a $10 gold Liberty coin minted by the U.S. Mint in the 1800s. But with extremely limited availability, you must call now. These gold Liberty coins from the 1800s are still in uncirculated condition. That is history you can hold in your hand. To learn more, call 1-800-222-3967. Call now and you'll receive a free American Coin Collector's Bonus Package, a $40 value, free with every order. Call 1-800-222-3967 now to secure your $10 gold Liberty coins dated from the 1800s before they sell out. That's 1-800-222-3967.
This Joe Show Weather Report is brought to you by...
Thank you there, Rayleigh. Brought to you by Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency. Proudly representing the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Ask if auto owners make sense for you by calling Mark or Chris for a free quote, 859-236-6686. All right, sunshine, 90 is your high, 69 is your low. Tomorrow, sunshine and 90. Sunday, sunshine, 91. Let's take you through next week. The first day of school is Wednesday of next week. You get sunshine and 91 Monday, sunshine and 90 on Tuesday. And first day of school Wednesday gives us the best chance of rain over the next week. Partly sunny, 40% chance and a high of 90, but certainly that forecast can change. Right now, it's 8:10 in the morning, and it is Friday, the 8th day of the month of August, and Dusty joins us here on the Joe Show.
Well, good morning, Joe.
Hello, Dusty.
You doing all right? I missed you Tuesday.
Yeah, you weren't here Tuesday.
Yeah,
you said you had to do your big boy job.
My big boy job. No, for Tuesday. So I don't know how many teachers listen to us.
All of them.
All of them. Well, I did a personal development day for the Fayette County School District.
Okay.
And so basically what that means is they asked us to show up, and it's I did a session, right? So it was about 45 minutes, and I just went over the basics of sound.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And so that covers, just like miking techniques and whatnot. So they have they have a district person that is, I guess, supposed to, I don't know their title. I don't know if it's just like they got grouped in with IT and all that or whatever. But the district has their own gear.
Okay,
that they bought. And then they can rent out said gear to the schools, right? So you just put in your request and then fill all that out, and then you have to go to another form and fill out who's going to deliver it to your school and whatnot.
Okay.
Which is kind of broken. It's kind of dumb. But anyway, so I get there and everything's already set up for me, right? So they got a screen for a presentation that's not me. That's later on. It's set up in the gym. And then they have the speakers right by the screen, and then they have the microphones all in front of the speakers. And
Give me feedback for 1,000, Alex.
And so I was like, hey, how many of you guys have been, because this is like the third time I've done this for them. And I was like, hey, how many of you have been to this session before? And, you know, I had a few of them raise their hands. And I do, the funny thing is like half of them I've worked with before. Because, like, we've either done their plays, we've done their shows, or they've called us and we've came in and helped out. And so I was like, okay, we're going to start out with, what can you tell me what's wrong with this setup?
Let's start off with example number 1.
Right. And so they're like, oh, the speakers, or the microphones are in front of the speakers. And I was like, exactly. Like, where to go? And so I have to balance this out because they didn't hire me to come run sound for them, right?
Right.
And I did not set up the gear. And so I just went through like, hey, this is, you know, your mains, your monitors. Here's how to effectively communicate your needs and how to troubleshoot some quick stuff. And then it was a lot of like, oh, well, I'm a dance instructor, so like what all do I need? And I was like, well, you need mains so that way people can hear, and you probably need an MC mic, and then you probably need a monitor to face back towards the stage so that way your kids or your students or your performers can hear what's going on. Right. And they were like, oh, that makes total sense, because generally they're just hearing like what slapbacks off the wall and the timing's off and everything, and they're like, well, that makes perfect sense. We need a monitor. It's like, I didn't know what that was called, right?
Yeah.
And so, sure enough, after my session's done, the lady who is doing the next presentation, who's using the projector and everything, she gets up there, turns on the microphone, and it's immediate. It's just, I was just like, yeah.
Throw your hands
yeah.
up. What did I just say?
Right. And it's just like, well, even the person who set that up did not attend the session. So I'm just like, oh, man, come on, y'all. But so I was there. My cohort, Mark, was in Pulaski County doing the same thing.
Okay.
And so that was a...
Did you all flip coin for who went to Pulaski, went to Fayette?
No, I've done Fayette again and again. And so Pulaski asked us to come down there and do that kind of stuff. This is the first time we went down there for it.
Okay, so since you've been Fayette before, you
Yes.
used to Fayette.
Yeah.
Mark went to Pulaski.
Mark went to Pulaski.
You could have... Oh, never mind. I was going to say, it's not further. So you just seen your cousin, because your cousin goes to Pulaski County.
Yes,
But it was staff, it wasn't students. So.
Well, yeah, I have first cousins that are teachers in Pulaski.
See, you could have seen your cousins, Dusty.
I could have. They could have just made fun of me. Yep. Ask me hard questions.
All right, Dusty, here's a question. Speaking of hard questions.
Okay.
One of the keys to a great road trip is a killer playlist.
Yes, absolutely.
Someone on social media asked you on a 12-hour road trip.
Okay, it's a long time.
You can only listen to one singer.
Hmm.
Who are you listening to? Now, some ground rules.
Okay.
The person that you pick has to sing the song or be involved in. They can't just write the song. So you can't say, "Give me Bob Dylan," and pick Jimi Hendrix doing a Bob Dylan song, or Wagon Wheel by Oprah Message Show, right? Because he wrote the song. They have to be involved in the singing process of the song. Now, some of them may have wrote the song too.
Right.
But we're thinking singers here. That's the key word.
Yeah, they have to be performing the song that you're listening to.
Exactly.
Okay.
They have to be performing the song.
12 hours.
For 12 hours,
All
right? So, like, do you like a lot of local bands? Maybe they're not well known to people listening, but do those bands have enough for 12 hours of listening?
Yeah, see, that's the trick, because it's just like you have to have probably, so I'm just trying to gauge it here. So 12 hours from Danville probably puts you right below that, in Georgia, right? Like Georgia, Florida line?
No, you'd be deeper than that. You would be... I don't know.
Well,
you'd probably be close to Orlando, wouldn't you? Or something like that.
I do have 2 children, so there's a lot of stops between there.
Yeah, that's true. Let's say like 12 hours and from Danville to Orlando, Florida.
Okay.
11 hours, 54 minutes.
Okay,
Perfect.
Perfect.
We're going to Orlando on a road trip. Let's say in this ideal world, we don't have to use a restroom. We don't have to eat. It's 12 hours. This is what you get.
So it's like, so Sturgill has a lot of albums, but I don't know if it's 12 hours worth, right?
Yeah.
Because Sturgill Simpson comes to mind, but even one of his albums I'm not listening to at all, so I have to cut
So
that
that would
out.
throw one out.
Right?
Yeah.
I would listen to a few songs off of it, but not the whole thing. And then you got this is a hard question.
Let's go over the top 5.
Okay,
all right.
My answer would probably be My Morning Jacket.
Okay.
I think there's enough there that I could listen to and have a good time, and they're still coming out with new albums.
Yeah.
And so I think they have like 5 or 6 now. And so I think that would, like, you'd play them, okay, so I could do, like, Okonos, the album release, but then I could do the live Okonos, where they, like, incorporate all this other kind of...
Yeah, I mean, it's My Morning Jacket regardless.
Yeah.
And here's the thing about it. 12 hours is a long time, but it may be one of those where eventually you get tired of listening to music, so you can turn it off for an hour.
Are you allowed to do that in this?
Yeah, I mean, this is not a torture chamber here. Listen to music for 12 hours straight, you don't listen to it.
Right.
Sure, all right. So here you go. This is the list of the top 5 on social media that was answered. All right, so this is the top 5.
Can I ask you guys?
Yeah, go ahead, guess.
Beatles has to be up there.
Okay, well, so bands aren't on here. It's individual
artists.
artists.
Okay, individual
Well,
artists.
actually, there is one band on here. But the Beatles is not on the top 5. But there's one band in the top 5.
Because the Beatles, I think people listen to 12 hours worth of it a day anyway, right?
Yeah.
I would say Tom Petty would be up there.
But number 5 is Tom Petty. That's where we're starting off our top 5.
Tom Petty. Yeah, because you get Tom Petty, Heartbreakers, Traveling Wilbur.
Yeah, Traveling Wilbur. He has George Harrison, Bob Dylan.
Yeah, he's in that.
Roy Orbison or something
Yeah,
like that.
I think Roy Orbison.
Roy Orbison's not boring name. So Tom Petty comes in at number 5.
He's also in a song. He's in a band with a frog in it, I think, too, right?
with a frog in it.
Like, that's the name of it. It's like something frogs or frog something. I think Tom Petty was in a brief. It's not Frog Legs.
All right, let me see. Tom Petty frog. No.
No? Okay, I'm just making that up.
Although, top question related to a frog. How old was Tom Petty when he croaked?
Oh,
that's on here. I googled Tom Petty frog, and the top question people asked, how old was Tom Petty when he croaked?
That's an interesting way to put it.
He was 66, by the way, when he died in 2017.
Oh, that's too young.
That's number 5.
Yeah.
Number 4 is, I guess, the only band on here. Though, we should probably flip it around. Because David Gilmour is in this band, and David Gilmour also has solo work. So instead of it being just Pink Floyd you're listening to, you would pick David Gilmour.
Okay.
But it says Pink Floyd is here. So we're going to flip this around. David Gilmour is the artist.
Right, because you could get multiple bands with just him.
So Pink Floyd or David Gilmour comes in at number 4. Number 3, a frontman and artist who was a part of 2 groups. One called Audio Slave.
Oh, yeah, Chris Cornell.
Yeah, another called Soundgarden. Yeah, Chris Cornell, pretty good one. I don't know if I would listen to 12 hours of Chris Cornell, but he did good work with Soundgarden and Audio Slave.
That would be fun.
Number 2 would probably be the artist that I would pick, or at least one of his cohorts would be number 2. You would get a ton of music with this guy, Paul McCartney.
So, okay, you
could
pick Paul McCartney and then do the Beatles.
Yeah.
And
unless Paul McCartney did not sing it. So, like, the George Harrison songs would not give it to him again. He's got to sing it.
He's got to sing it. I'm with you.
But you get so many Beatles material with Paul McCartney. You also get a big chunk of the Beatles, the Wings, solo stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, Paul McCartney would give you 12 hours easy of listening material. If not McCartney, you could go George Harrison, you could go John Lennon. I mean, those 3 would give you 12 hours material because you'd get so much Beatles stuff.
You could go Ringo.
Sure, I can listen to Ringo for like 45 minutes.
Well, he's a new country album. You can go see him live.
So Paul McCartney comes in at number 2. The number 1 artist that was answered as who they would go with on a 12-hour road trip is this one. David Bowie was the number 1 artist.
Really?
You see, you won't run out of songs, that's for sure. He's released on albums. David Bowie comes in at number 1, the artist people would pick. The only artist on a 12-hour road trip. Some of the other artists on here, Prince comes in at number 9.
I'm about to say Prince. I think that would be good.
Yeah, Freddie Mercury's All the Queen stuff would come in at number 10.
I don't know if I could do 12 hours of Queen.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think people, like, don't get me wrong, it's good, but 12 hours of Queen? Because it's like, there's not a lot more Freddie Mercury's done. Like, you have a brief period of time where he was like...
So that's why going with, like, one of the Beatles give you, like, different stuff. You can then you get their solo stuff, too.
Right.
Whereas, like, with Freddie Mercury, is just Queen.
Just Queen. That's it. That's all you're getting.
Ozzy Osbourne came at number 12. You could get his solo stuff in Black Sabbath. The Black Sabbath stuff he did before he took down. Eddie Vedder comes in at number 13 if you could handle Eddie Vedder's voice for 12 hours. Because that gives you Pearl Jam and his solo stuff. Michael Jackson at 16.
You could do Neil Young.
Yeah, Neil Young.
Yeah.
Dave Matthews at 19.
I was gonna say Dave Matthews because Dave Matthews has a lot of, I don't know if it's solo, but it's like Dave Matthews Band and Dave Matthews. There's also long songs, like 12 minutes.
And what about this one, number 23? A lot of people did mention this guy. Weird Al Yankovic comes in at 23.
Oh, okay.
He's got a ton of songs.
That's
if
not
you
a bad one.
Handle 12 hours of nonsense of Weird Al Yankovic. He's got a lot of songs.
And there's a lot of bangers too.
Yeah, so Weird Al comes in at 23.
That was like one of my first CDs I ever purchased. Was Bad Hair Day.
It's Weird Al Yankovic's Bad Hair Day.
Yep.
All right, in terms of local stuff, Dusty, who do we got coming up here?
Well, you can listen to 12 hours of music this weekend if you wish. There's going on. There is Zach Brock. He's going to be in the Apiary Fine Catering and Events. That's the fancy place where Vinyl Richie played. That's the fancy wedding place, the Apiary.
Oh, okay.
Off there off Jefferson Street. It's a nice venue, and it's like one of those. There's like a fire station next to it, and then Green Lantern, and then there's this bougie like garden, and there's like all these flowers and stuff. It's just an odd spot. But go check out Zach Brock. B. Taylor is going to be at the Moondance Amphitheater tonight, part of the Southland Festival or Southland Drive Festival. But they're at Moondance, which is off of Beaumont. So go check out B. Taylor. That should be fun. Everclear and Corduroy Brown will be at Manchester Music Hall tonight. If you want to go check out Everclear, you remember that band?
Yeah, Everclear. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I can't remember what song they sing, but I remember the band.
Yeah, you had to put me on the spot.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up.
Steve Cadd will be at Shamrock Bar and Grill there in Lexington. Everclear is at Manchester Music Hall, and Corduroy Brown's with them too, so that should be fun.
Okay.
Let's see. Jeff Blackburn will be at Chickpin Brewing if you want to go check that out. And that is in Georgetown, so that's not too bad.
Mhm.
Matthew Douglas Simpson will be at Maiden City Brewery there in Paris, Kentucky. Who else we got? Local H is also playing along with Manchester Music Hall. Blacktop Rodeo will be at Austin City Saloon. At the Burl, you have Fred C. or Bedford. Bedford Band will also be there. I'm trying to think of these other ones. But that's tonight at the Burl. If you want to go check them out. Let's see. The Kittles will be at Rolling Hills Baptist Church in Nancy, Kentucky. Yeah, that's it.
Santa Monica by Everclear. This is their big song.
I am still living with your ghost.
There you go. I can't tell if it's Dusty or the lead singer that's singing this.
West Coast.
Yeah, so Everclear, where are they going to be again?
They're going to be at Manchester Music Hall.
Yeah, so go check them out. Good 90s,
good
classic 90s rock, man.
That should be good.
Yeah.
Let's see. There's also a great acoustic version of that, too. If you want to go check them out. Who else is coming? You got the Hops and Vine Festival is happening in Richmond on Saturday. So there's going to be a lot of people, including Magnolia Boulevard and Arlo McKinley, which is people we have previewed quite a bit.
Yeah, previewed Arlo McKinley.
Yeah, and Magnolia Boulevard's also very good. And so if we didn't already have plans for Saturday, that's what I would hit up, the Hops and Vine Festival there in Richmond, Kentucky at the Quarter, which I don't know where that is, but sure. Go check it out. 38 Special will be there at Renfro Valley.
Gave away tickets to that yesterday.
Okay, is 38 Special the is that the actual band, or is that like a cover band for Leonard Skinner?
I think it's the actual band.
So there is a band called 38 Special?
Well, I'm looking it up.
Oh, okay. If you didn't see JD last night, or
yeah, they're a rock band.
They're a rock band. Okay, well, very good. Well, 38 Special will be at Renfro Valley. If you didn't see JD last night and you're like, man, I wish I would have gone, you go check him out at the Prodigy Vineyard and Winery. So you can go get all bougie with your winery in Versailles, Kentucky. So you know it's going to be bougie. It's in Versailles. But JD was awesome last night, by the way. We had a great time.
Great crowd.
For downbeats.
Phenomenal crowd.
Yeah, we had to kind of sit and wait and see what the ring did. But Michael Peros texted me and said, hey, I'm going with my gut. Let's go ahead and set up.
Do it.
And I was like, all right, your gut's tiny, but I trust it. And then we set up, and it was a great night.
See?
He did an awesome job right his band, and it was excellent players there as well. We had the most that we've had at one of these events, and so we were about 260 to 300 people is kind of what we estimated there.
I had someone call me yesterday afternoon. Joe, I heard J.D. Shelburne somewhere in Danville. Is that right? This is a guy who lives in Bergen. And I think you probably heard it on the news. Because he listened to Rick. So I don't know if Rick was talking about it, but I had it on the news.
Okay,
so he's like, Joe, I heard you say something about J.D. Shelburne. And J.D. Shelburne was like, yeah, he's going to be downbeats. And so he was excited about that. So I'm sure our good buddy Tim Biggs was there last night listening to J.D. Shelburne.
Furthest was Indiana. I think somebody came down.
That's further than Bergen.
Yeah. And then I know there was an E-Town person there. And then I think some other like far places. And we were like, all right, get it. We'll take it. But JD is awesome. He's a good dude as well. Easy to work with. And I think it's just a matter of all musicians experience this, but I think they're eventually going deaf. Their monitors were hot. But still, good time. It was nice and loud.
I think it's going to happen to us wearing headphones all the time.
It's something to worry about, man. It's here's the thing. It doesn't come back. Like once that
once it's gone.
Exactly.
It's not even reaching your... Well, what am I thinking of?
Your
eardrums.
Yeah. And it's also one of those things where it's like, it fades with age regardless. So I always come in here and I turn down my headphones every once in a while. And so I recommend that to you as well, Joe.
Thank you, Dusty. Thanks for the tip.
Yeah, good. Let's see. Cam Girl will be a Girls Burrito. I'm hoping that's a band, but Girls Burrito is an excellent place to eat if you haven't been there. It's on campus, so Joe probably will never get up there. And then Monday at Wood Songs, we got Imagine Clark. So she's going to be there for Wood Songs on Monday, so that should be good. The person we are previewing, or the band we are previewing, will be at the Twisted Cork this Saturday, August 9th, and it is Unky Bones.
Yeah, Unky Bones.
And this song is a word that I use quite a bit, and so whenever I saw it with the title of their song, I was like, well, that's like
gotta go with it.
It's called Wonky.
Hey, real quickly, Jason's listening to it. Jason's 38 Special, one of his favorite bands.
Really?
So
Okay,
Jason, shout out to Jason Wilder. Here we go. Wonky. Unky Bones. And we're at
Twisted Cork in Lexington.
Tonight?
Saturday.
Tomorrow night. Here it is. Wonky. Unky Bones and Wonky.
Yeah.
Kentucky Music Preview Spotlight.
Yeah, so that gets you kind of moving and grooving for Saturday, right?
Yeah, I like it.
Or this weekend, I guess. I don't know, I know Twisted Cork has moved, and I don't think I've been to the new Twisted Cork, but I don't know how you fit this energy inside of space.
Is it small?
Old Twisted Cork was very small, and so this one might be a little bigger, but it's also like this has some funk to it.
Yeah.
You're like sitting there just bobbing your head. I don't know how you like. It should be a fun show. So go check out Monkey Bones. That's Saturday, Twisted Cork there in Lexington, Kentucky. And also news in Lexington, CD Central's closing.
I saw that. CD Central, 30 years or whatever it's been open. It's closing its doors.
And apparently it is being bought out. So I think another place is going to open up in the same thing. But, I mean, as far as, like, where I went to go get records and stuff, that was, like, especially when I lived in Lexington. But even when I moved back home after college, I still would travel to CD Central on, like, record store day. And I would also get my records from there. And so they've done a lot of special orders. And like a lot of my records that I have, I owe to
CD Central.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's good stuff.
R.I.P. CD Central.
Right?
Although it's apparently not R.I.P. because someone else is buying it.
Right. And so that's what I'm wondering. Like, is it call CD Central? And so, like, why even make that announcement?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Right? That's what I was.
It doesn't matter to me who owns it, as long as the business is still the same. It treats me with the same, like customer service.
Exactly. And so, like, I've dealt with the gentleman that owns it or whatever. Like, he's the one who's placed stuff on order for me. And so it's been super nice. And so I don't know what next step is, but he said it's not financial reasons.
Okay.
I read the whole Instagram post. He's like, he's just been doing it for 30 years, and he's like,
tired of it.
Yeah, he's like, I got grandkids now. I want to spend more time with my family, and he's in a financial position to do so. So it's I was like, that's the American dream,
you
right?
You can make the American dream happen, selling CDs, and more power to you.
Right?
Get it.
And so, but still, it's just sad to see your local record store kind of change. So.
Dusty with the Dusty Music Briefing.
Yes, sir.
Dusty, talk to you later. It's 8:33.
My name is Kenna McKinney, and I serve as Executive Director of Crystal House. Far too many Kentuckians are struggling with addiction. without knowing what resources are available to them. If you or a loved one are in need of a treatment center like Chrysalis House, you can call the KY Help call center at 833-8KY-HELP or visit findhelpnowky.org to find resources that are available near you. We are here, we care, and we want to help.
This is a message from Teen Kentucky, sponsored by the Office of Drug Control Policy and aired by this station.
You get a frantic call saying your grandchild is in trouble and they need help. You're asked to send money fast. Don't do it. I'm Adam Hopkins, security officer at Farmers National Bank. This is called the grandparents scam. Always check with family members or local authorities first.
Step into Papa's Quick Stop number 7 across from the Boyle County Fairgrounds and discover the enchanting world of Candleberry candles in the huge Candleberry Corner. Refresh your world with an array of fresh cargo scents for your car for just $1.99. Tantalizing tarts, $7.99. Delightful room sprays for $9.50. Small jars are $14.99. Large jars, $25.99. Grand candy jars for $89.99. And the large selection of cookie jars for that special someone at $159.99. Visit Papa's Quick Stop number 7 across the Boyle County Fairgrounds on the bypass for an exhilarating experience like no other.
Hi, it's Daryl, the cigar sommelier and owner of Smoke and Bourbon. I know you guys have been waiting, but the wait is over. We are now open for business. So come on down to Smoke and Bourbon, where you can smoke, sip, and chill.
Central Kentucky's newest cigar bar in Danville by the bowling alley in the Greenleaf Shopping Center. This big boss atmosphere is veteran-owned with connoisseur quality cigars and bourbon, creating a social destination. For more information, go to smoke-in-bourbon.com.
Now open.
Hi, I'm Brent Blevins, Public Health Director for your Boyle County Health Department. The health and safety of our residents is of great importance to me. Each year, lives are lost due to lung cancer, many of which are preventable. That is something that I would like to see change. Lung cancer deaths associated with smoking and exposure to radon gas are considered by the Environmental Protection Agency as the foremost contributing factors in causing lung cancer. This is where the Boyle County Health Department can help. We have smoking cessation classes beginning often, and the entire program only lasts 13 weeks. Imagine how much better you can feel in just a few short weeks. Also, our environmental staff has information on radon indoor air mitigation systems that can greatly reduce the risk of radon gas in your home. For more information on either of these programs, contact your Boyle County Health Department at 859-236-2053. Thank you.
You gotta go with Graceland. Graceland Air.
Graceland Air, a local HVAC company, offers a wide range of services and provides each customer with an effective and long-term solution in both heating and air conditioning repair. They're committed to excellence in every aspect, exceptional quality of service, high standard of integrity. You are the basis of their business, and they service all brands. Go online to graceland-ky.com for more information.
You gotta go with Graceland. Graceland Air.
Talk Kentucky Sports, weekday mornings at 10 with Matt Jones and Kentucky Sports Radio, right here on AM 1230 WHIR.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Okay, Rayleigh Joe brought to you by the Little Sign Shop. With our new owners and operators, they offer all types of quality signs at affordable prices. Many within 24 hours. They're in Danville, where 2nd and 4th Streets meet. Call them. 859-238-7391. Sunny and 90, sunny and 90, and sunny and 90 the next 3 days. Sunny and 91 Monday, but a small chance of rain showers. Tuesday, sunny and 90. Wednesday, first day of school for Boyle County and Danville. They are so back on Wednesday. Partly sunny, 90. Right now, it's 8:38 in the morning, 69 degrees. Friday, the 8th day of August. Pammy, what's going on with you this morning? Wedding planning with Pam.
Hi, I'm Pam Stewart Clark, and this is Wedding Planning with Pam. You're the mother of the bride, and the party's winding down. The lights have come up. The bride and groom are leaving. You give them a goodbye kiss and wish them well. The wedding guests are on their way out the door. The band begins to start packing up. But before the DJ leaves, you ask him to play one last song, and you and your husband dance almost alone in the room. There are a few close friends and relatives that haven't left yet. This is a nice time to sit down and share some quiet moments in the nearly empty room. You look around with pride, knowing the wedding was a big success. As you leave, you search the room for items left behind by your guests or the bride and groom. You gather up the wedding gifts and settle up with the banquet hall manager. You choose to do this now to take care of the final payments, tipping, and the negotiation for discounts for forgotten or unacceptable items. At the end of the evening, you hug your husband and thank him for all he did to help plan this wonderful day. You thank your other children, too, for their support and fall happily exhausted into bed. My love note, many moms busy themselves with the details of the reception and don't take the time to sit down and enjoy the delicious food they worked so hard to arrange. This is your daughter's wedding, so sample everything you can and get the full flavor of the day.
Whether it's day or night, hot flashes due to menopause can be unpredictable. That's why there's Veoza, a prescription treatment proven to reduce the number and severity of hot flashes day and night that can start working in as early as 1 week. Based on clinical studies measuring efficacy at 4 and 12 weeks, individual results may vary. Talk to your healthcare provider about what this may mean for you. For moderate to severe vasomotor symptoms or hot flashes and night sweats due to menopause, Veoza can cause serious side effects, including liver problems. Your doctor will do blood tests before and during treatment. Stop Veoza and call your doctor if you have symptoms of liver problems, such as feeling more tired than usual, decreased appetite, nausea, vomiting, itching, yellowing of the eyes or skin, pale stool, dark urine, or stomach pain. Don't use Veoza if you have cirrhosis, severe kidney problems, kidney failure, or take CYP1A2 inhibitors. Ask your doctor about Veoza. To learn more, call 1-866-239-1637 or go to Veoza.com. That's VEOZAH.com.
I'm Boyle County Judge Executive Trilly Bottom. As summer ends and the school year begins, stress and anxiety can start to build for students, parents, and teachers alike. If this season is taking a toll on your mental health, you are not alone. The Boyle County EMS Crisis Response Unit is here to help. Whether you're feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or just need to talk to someone, our team is trained, compassionate, and ready to respond. Call the Boyle County EMS Crisis Response Unit today, 859-238-1134, because your mental health matters.
Got pain? Curamin is your safe, effective answer. Curamin from Terry Naturally doesn't just mask pain. It gets to the source and stops it. Get results or your money back. Got pain? Get Curamin.
On sale now at 25% off only at the Danville Nutrition Center. We are located at 802 South 4th Street in Danville.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA, and this product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Curamin is for the use of occasional muscle pain due to exercise or overuse.
Local high school football and Hometown Radio Network.
This is Gary True, voice of the Mercer County Football Titans. Listen to every game on WHBN.
This is Scott Bowen, voice of the Garrett County Golden Lions. Hear the games on Z105.
This is Gunnar Floyd, voice of the Danville Admirals. Listen to every Danville Admiral football game on WHIR.
This is Steve Bertram inviting you to join us for Boyle County High School football on Z105.
All games streamed live at hometownlive.net.
Listen to WHIR online at hometownlive.net, powered by Kentucky, WIMAX.com.
Stressed out adults. That's the conversation. They have been using pacifiers to soothe themselves. You think I'm kidding? I'm not. And they've been getting these at Adult Babies R Us.
Are you an adult who wants to live like a baby?
You could say that again. The life of a baby, that's the life for me.
Then come on down to Adult Babies R Us, where we have everything you need for your adult baby lifestyle. Onesies for adults, pacifiers for adults, cribs for adults. You name it, we've got it at Adult Babies R Us.
Go, go, gaga. I love Adult Babies R Us.
It's true. He does. We got a great deal on one of those bouncy jumper things.
Go, go, gaga. Me love to jump up and down on my jumper and watch Miss Rachel. Go, go, gaga.
Jeff, I don't understand why you're like this now.
Where? Baby Jeff needs his bottle.
I want a divorce.
Where? Can you change me first? Where? Go, go, gaga.
Come on, man.
It's Adult Babies R Us. Stop by today.
There you go. Let's see what's going on in Grub Gab, the world of food, where you can always just eat it on the Joe Show. Here we go. All right, let's go to Chick-fil-A, where starting August the 18th, Chick-fil-A is spicing up fall with a fun new menu, and fans are buzzing over this. They're introducing their very first seasonal soda called the Tangy Cherry Berry and Sprite, plus a revamped Pretzel Cheddar Club sandwich packed with bacon, cheddar, and creamy Dijon. Also hitting menus will be 2 new waffle chip flavors, including one that tastes like their signature sauce, This limited time crave-worthy twist on your usual Chick-fil-A fix is coming this fall. Chick-fil-A adding some new menu items. Panda Express, gotta go to Lexington for this, amping up the heat with their launch of its new Dynamite Sweet and Sour Chicken at participating locations, inspired by the tangy flavors of traditional Cantonese sweet and sour sauce. The new Dynamite Sweet and Sour Chicken features crispy marinated chicken breast bites coated in an airy puffed rice batter, then wok tossed with onions, red bell peppers, and a custom crafted Boldak sauce. For those unfamiliar, Boldak is widely regarded as the world's #1 sauce brand and a favorite among spice lovers everywhere. Arby's announced the launch of its new Potato Pass, allowing fans to enjoy a free medium fry every day with any $5 purchase at participating locations through the end of this month, August 31st. Available online for pickup. In-store orders as well. Fans can store a free medium fry with a limit of 1 per guest per day every day when they spend at least $5 on their order. Just remember, you'll need an Arby's Rewards account to redeem the deal through the app or website, and the offer can't be combined with any other deal or coupon. The Tater Pass can be used at participating Arby's locations nationwide through the end of this month. Arby's has a new Potato Pass. Panda Express launches a Dynamite Sweet and Sour Chicken. And Chick-fil-A's new fall menu rolls out this month. Grub Gab, the world of food where you can always just eat it here on The Joe Show. It's 8:45 in the morning. We see what's gone on this date in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history. And I believe we have a call in from Pioneer Days. It's all coming up next on The Joe Show, WHIR Danville.
Hey, it's Matt, your leaf filter trusted pro. Gutters are an often neglected part of the home. They're also one of the most important. Clogged, overflowing gutters can cause serious problems like foundation damage or basement flooding, which can cost thousands of dollars to fix. Let's face it, cleaning gutters yourself is not only a hassle, it can be dangerous. But when you get Leaf Filter, you'll never have to worry about cleaning clogged gutters again. Get started today by visiting leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free inspection. If you decide to move forward, we'll professionally clean, realign, and seal your gutters before installing our patented stainless steel micro mesh system. Leaf Filter keeps out everything but the water. And it's backed by a lifetime transferable no clogs warranty. So you're protected for good. We're in your neighborhood and ready to help. Visit Leaf Filter today for a free inspection and estimate, and you could save up to 30%. Visit leaffilter.com/deal. That's leaffilter.com/deal.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. The 2025 high school football season kicks off 2 weeks from tonight on Hometown Radio as Danville entertains Fort Knox and Garrett County plays North Bullitt at Lincoln County. 2 weeks from Saturday night, Boyle County faces Bullitt East at Bowling Green, while Mercer County hosts States Creek. Follow the Rebels, Titans, Golden Lions, and Admirals all season long on Hometown Radio and online at hometownlive.net. In NFL preseason action last night, the defending Super Bowl champion Eagles used the tush push to defeat the Bengals 34-27. The Ravens got by the Colts 24-16, and the Raiders and Seahawks tied at 23-23. Tonight, the Cleveland Browns are at Carolina, Detroit's at Atlanta, and Washington's at New England. Join us for Mercer County Girls Soccer this Monday night on Hometown Radio. Mercer plays Nelson County at 7:30 on WHBN AM 1420 and WHBN FM 99.5. There were just 4 games in Major League Baseball yesterday. Paul Skeens scattered 7 hits and struck out 8 in 6 innings of shutout baseball as Pittsburgh blanked Cincinnati 7-0 in the first of their 4-game series at the Pirates. The Braves rallied past the Marlins 8-6. The Mariners edged the White Sox 4-3 in 11 innings, and it was the Athletics 6, Nationals nothing. NASCAR's running at Watkins Glen this weekend on Hometown Radio. Join us tomorrow at 2:30 for Xfinity Racing. Air times at 1 o'clock Sunday for Cup action, all on WHIR AM 1230 and WHIR FM 1039. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Big Deal Store is rolling out those summer savings for you. You can purchase a $50 gift certificate from B&O Jewelers for just $29, or get this, 4 $50 gift certificates, a $200 value for just $100. That means you only pay half price. Stay in style with a visit to Anderson's Lifestyle Boutique in Danville. Get a $50 gift certificate for only $35. $10 gift certificates to the Bread of Life in Liberty are just $7. Give that sweet tooth what it wants at Sweets by Cindy in Junction City. $10 gift certificates are half price is $5. Applebee's Grill and Bar in Danville. Get a $10 gift certificate for just $7.50. $22 Pioneer Playhouse gift certificates are back. You get an entertaining $5 savings at just $17. Come clean with a visit to Thoroughbred Auto Wash in Danville. $20 car washes are just half price at $10. Check out these and many more great savings at our Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net. hometownlive.net.
What are you doing August 14th through the 17th? Come on out to historic Harrodsburg for our annual Pioneer Days Festival. We'll have inflatables, a petting zoo, dunking booth, mechanical bull, over 100 vendors, delicious food trucks. Join us on Friday and Saturday night for live music. Start your Saturday off with our Colonial Breakfast. At 6 p.m., you can meet and greet with your favorite wrestlers from Elite Wrestling Alliance. And be sure to stick around for their wrestling match at 7 o'clock. Follow us on Facebook or find us on our website, pioneerdaysky.com.
Hey, it's Joe Pags. Make plans to join us for the show. We're bringing the top news stories that are affecting you, the top stories from social media, pop culture stories, could be in sports. Maybe we'll sing a song or two or three or make fun of somebody that you want us to make fun of. That plus, of course, a big part of the program is you calling in. Look, we can agree, we can debate, we can yell at each other, we can sing a song together. We do it all right here on the Joe Pags Show, Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 on WHIR AM 1230 and online at hometownlive.net.
Did you know that WHIR AM 1230 is the talk of the town? We're not spreading gossip. We're just letting you know where the best talk radio is found all day, every day. Mornings begin with Danville's own Joe Mathis and The Joe Show.
Hey, this is Joe Mathis.
Wake up to what you missed. News, weather, sports, and local guests. Followed by Kentucky Sports Radio with Matt Jones.
Welcome, everyone. Kentucky Sports Radio. I'm Matt Jones.
Then, the man who has an opinion about everything, Tomas Mauricio.
I'm Tomas Mauricio. I invite you to tune in.
Starting at noon with Advocates for America. Then at 3, it's the best-known name in news, Sean Hannity.
Join me, Sean Hannity, on WHIR.
Then, Joe Pags starts off weekday evenings at 6 with his take on the day's news, mixed with his fun parody songs about the news.
Hey, it's Joe Pags on WHIR.
Afterward, at 10, it's the unique world of John B. Wells on WHIR with his Caravan to Midnight show.
This is John B. Wells, WHIR AM 1230 and FM 103.9.
These guys have a lot to say, and they'll be glad to have you join them every weekday on your home for news, talk, sports. AM 1230, WHIR, the talk of the town.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Okay, Rayleigh Joe, brought to you by the Big Deals online store. HometownLive.net. Shop and save on gift certificates to local businesses at big-time discounts. Up to 50% every single day. The Big Deals online store, HometownLive.net. Sunshine and 90 today, sunshine and 89 Saturday, 91 on Sunday, 91 on Monday. It's 8:53 in the morning. It is 70 degrees Friday, the 8th day of the month of August. And I'm so glad you're on the show this morning. 859-238-WHIR. Our big deal of the hour this hour is to Bread of Life Cafe. $10 gift certificate, yours at 30% savings, $7 on our Big Deals online store, hometownlive.net, for the Bread of Life Cafe down in Casey County. All right, let's see what's gone on this date, August the 8th, in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history. Starting off on this date, back in 1960, where a 16-year-old singer went number 1 on the U.S. singles charts with this one.
She was afraid to come out of the locker.
Brian Hyland went number 1 on this day with Itsy Bitsy Teeny Weeny Yellow Polka Dot Bikini. Made a top 10 hit in the UK as well. Also a number 1 on the UK charts for Bombalurina, featuring TV presenter Timmy Mallet in 1990. Brian Hyland, this date, 65 years ago, went number 1.
Itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini. So in the locker she wanted to say
2, 3, 4. Stick around, we'll tell you more.
She was afraid to come out in the open. So a blank.
There you go, on this date, rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history in the year 1961, where a man named Dave Evans, he went by The Edge, was born. Guitarist, singer-songwriter with U2, The Edge, signed with Island Records, released their debut album, Boy, in 1980. Their 87 worldwide number 1 album, The Joshua Tree, spent 156 weeks on the UK chart. Their U2 360 tour of 2009 through 2011 is the highest attended and highest grossing concert tour ever. The Edge, 64 years old today. It was on this day in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history in the year where did it go? Here it is, 1964, where this group released an album in the U.S. entitled Revolver. Here's another song you can listen to on your 12-hour road trip if you pick just Paul McCartney songs. Eleanor Rigby, the name of this one. In response to John Lennon's remark about the Beatles being bigger than Jesus, the South African Broadcasting Corporation banned all Beatles records. Also happened on this date in 1966. They released Revolver on this date, 66, here in the U.S. The band's 7th album featured Taxman, George Harrison's song, Eleanor Rigby, which you're hearing now, I'm Only Sleeping, Here, There, and Everywhere, She Said, And Your Bird Can Sing, and Tomorrow Never Knows. It spent 77 weeks on the Billboard chart, peaking at number 1 on this date, 1966.
No one comes near, look at him working, darning his socks in the night when there's nobody there. What does he care? All the lonely people, where do they all come from? All the lonely people, where do they all belong?
And it was on this day, rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history in the year 1992. This artist went number 1 on the U.S. singles charts.
This used to be my playground. This used to be my childhood dream.
Madonna, This Used to Be My Playground. It was the number 3 hit on the charts in the UK. The track was taken from the film A League of Their Own. On this date, 1992, Madonna went number 1 on the U.S. charts with This Used to Be My Playground. There you go. Madonna, The Beatles, The Edge, Brian Hyland have all made their mark on this date, August the 8th, in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history.
Lee's Famous Recipe's been serving the best chicken in Danville since 1972. Lee's is proud to serve up money-saving $6 meals that include 2 strips or 2 pieces of dark meat, livers or gizzards, your choice of a side, plus a home-style buttermilk biscuit and drink, all of it just $6. Don't feel like cooking? Feed the family with an 8, 12, 16, or 20-piece meal that comes with large shareable sides and home-style buttermilk biscuits. For your next get-together, call Lee's, the expert caterers, at 859-236-8777. Visit Lee's Famous Recipe, the chicken specialist in Danville on South 4th.
Experience family fun with a Kentucky twist at Kentucky Kingdom Theme and Water Park. New for 2025, surround yourself with the beauty of Kentucky as you explore Discovery Meadow, a delightful new adventure featuring exciting new rides, beloved characters, and tasty treats to savor. Create unforgettable family memories while celebrating the bold spirit of Kentucky. Get 2 days of fun for one great price. Buy online only for just $49.99 at KentuckyKingdom.com/special offer.
Catch the best of Sean Hannity, Saturday mornings 10 to 1 on WHIR.
All right, 9 o'clock in the morning coming your way. We'll see what's breaking and trending this morning at 9:10. This date in history at 9:20-ish or so. Gary Fogle will be on here as well with Kentucky Sports Memories in 9:35. It's a McClure and Bailey Friday. 3 hours in, 1 hour to go.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WIMAX.
It's 9 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. President Trump is ordering federal law enforcement officers to patrol the streets of Washington, D.C. The White House said Thursday that the effort will start as a week-long operation, but can be extended as needed. The move started at midnight and will include officers from the FBI, the DEA, the ATF, and ICE agents. The Israeli Security Cabinet has approved a military takeover of Gaza City. Mark Mayfield with more.
The office of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says a majority of his security cabinet backed his proposal early Friday to begin the gradual military takeover of Gaza City. A statement from the Prime Minister says the goal of the takeover is to achieve a decisive victory over Hamas and the return of all the hostages. The statement said the takeover plan would allow for the provision of humanitarian aid to civilians outside the combat zones. There is no mention of when the takeover would begin.
The UK is condemning Israel's plan. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer criticized the plan this morning and said it will only bring more bloodshed to the Palestinians. China is also speaking out against the plan and called on Israel to immediately cease its dangerous actions. Construction at the immigration detention center known as Alligator Alcatraz is on hold for 2 weeks. Tony Waterman reports a federal judge in Miami has issued a temporary restraining order halting paving or the installation of lighting or fencing.
Environmental groups say Florida officials bypassed federal law requiring an environmental review when they started construction earlier this summer. Florida's Republican governor, Ron DeSantis, said the ruling will have no impact on immigration enforcement in the state.
The pause will provide more time for the judge to finish hearing testimony in the case. Before the opening bell, stock futures are on the rise after the Dow posted a loss in Thursday's trading. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
You didn't think skipping breakfast was a big deal? You'd be right. Before. But now, Wendy's has Buck Biscuits. We're talking sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit, bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, or even the Honey Buddy Chicken Biscuit for just $1 each. Seriously, you can get all 3 if you want. They're just $1, so you'll never skip breakfast again. If you're smart. Breakfast for $1? Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Limit 5 qualifying items per transaction. Not valid in a combo while supplies last.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. Do you feel stupid for buying a timeshare? Don't. It's not your fault. You were most likely told you could rent it, and it was a great financial investment. And the deal was available today only. If this happened to you, contact your resort or Wesley Financial Group for help today.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-791-1313. 800-791-1313.
The Trump administration is asking the U.S. Supreme Court to let it resume its immigration raids across Southern California. Tammy Trujillo with details.
Last month, a U.S. district judge blocked the immigration raids targeting Home Depot parking lots and other areas where immigrants may congregate, ruling that broad factors like their language and line of work fell short of a constitutional basis for reasonable suspicion. On Thursday, the Justice Department filed an emergency appeal defending the use of those factors and claimed that ICE agents are entitled to rely on those factors when ramping up enforcement of immigration laws in Southern California.
The FBI is firing its former acting director. Brian Shook reports.
According to multiple reports, Brian Driscoll, who led the Bureau at the start of the Trump administration, was asked to leave by Friday. Driscoll has been viewed as a champion of the Bureau's rank-and-file staff after declining to turn over a list of agents who worked on January 6th cases. He penned a final note to staff explaining that he was not given a reason for his removal.
Los Angeles County District Attorney Nathan Hochman is filing an opposition to the Menendez brothers' habeas petition for a new trial. Daniel Martindale with more.
On Thursday, Hochman filed a 132-page response on behalf of his office. Hochman calls the petition a Hail Mary effort to obtain a new trial. He also says it does not come close to meeting the factual or legal standard to warrant a new trial. Eric and Lyle Menendez are serving life sentences for the shotgun murders of their parents in their Beverly Hills home in 1989. The brothers have a parole hearing scheduled for August 21st and 22nd, which is another potential path to freedom.
OpenAI is launching its most advanced AI model called GPT-5. The company said Thursday that the new model of artificial intelligence is smarter, faster, and more useful than previous models, particularly across domains like writing, coding, and healthcare. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Your morning espresso starts right here. It's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
Now you got Marxist Mamdani. You know, guy can't condemn global intifada. The guy that wants to put higher taxes in rich, whiter neighborhoods, tax people according to their race. This is a guy that wants to defund, dismantle the police. You got Jasmine Crockett. You've got Grandpa Bernie. You've got Pocahontas. They are the modern Democratic Party. Do you doubt that these people, if given power, that they would not try to pack the courts, the Supreme Court? Do you doubt that they would not act unilaterally to add Puerto Rico and D.C. and declare statehood for both of them so they could gain 4 Senate seats so that they can keep power in perpetuity?
The Sean Hannity Show from coast to coast later today.
Hey, if you're sending your child off to college this fall, make sure you give them more than a backpack and a laptop. You need to give them peace of mind. This world is a very dangerous place. Go to Byrna, B-Y-R-N-A. It is the less lethal launcher, and it is the ultimate off-campus protection without the legal, financial, or emotional burden of using a firearm. I carry one every single day. I recommend anyone concerned about personal safety or the safety of their family, you need one as well. By the way, it's legal in all 50 states. They can ship it straight to your door. And don't forget, over 500 government agencies now are using this incredible technology because you can incapacitate any perpetrator for 30 to 40 minutes. Legal all 50 states, no background check required, and it fires those kinetic rounds. Just go to BYRNA.com, all hand assembled in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Visit BYRNA.com or try before you buy at your local Sportsman's Warehouse retail store.
Hey, it's Matt, your leaf filter trusted pro. Gutters are an often neglected part of the home. They're also one of the most important. Clogged, overflowing gutters can cause serious problems like foundation damage or basement flooding, which can cost thousands of dollars to fix. Let's face it, cleaning gutters yourself is not only a hassle, it can be dangerous. But when you get Leaf Filter, you'll never have to worry about cleaning clogged gutters again. Get started today by visiting leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free inspection. If you decide to move forward, we'll professionally clean, realign, and seal your gutters before installing our patented stainless steel micro mesh system. Leaf Filter keeps out everything but the water. And it's backed by a lifetime transferable no clogs warranty. So you're protected for good. We're in your neighborhood and ready to help. Visit Leaf Filter today for a free inspection and estimate, and you could save up to 30%. Visit leaffilter.com/deal. That's leaffilter.com/deal.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. The Soul of 2nd Street Festival begins today. It starts tonight with a dinner, recognition, live music, and more at the showroom on Lebanon Road. Then tomorrow, the parade's at 2 o'clock on Main Street, followed by more music, vendors, family tent, and more at Constitution Square. This year's Soul of 2nd Street Festival will specifically focus on honoring the legacy of Bates School. For more information, visit Soul of 2nd Street Festival on Facebook. The City of Danville Cold Iron Watkins Memorial Water Treatment Plant has received the 2025 Kentucky Medium-Sized Operational Excellence Award. The award comes from the Kentucky-Tennessee American Water Works Association and is given to water treatment plants that display exceptional operational management, records management, appearance, cleanliness, and quality. Are you ready for some deals? The 127 yard sale returns this weekend on a route that stretches right through this area: Harrodsburg, Danville, Junction City, Liberty, and many other areas. Be prepared for drivers who may pull off or on the road without warning. The yard sale runs through Sunday. School starts next week for most area schools, and one school has a noticeable change. Danville High School's front entrance area now features a massive, once-functioning anchor alongside an outdoor classroom space. The work started earlier this summer and is expected to be completely finished by the time school starts next Wednesday at Danville. Other improvements at Danville schools during the summer break include a new gym floor at the high school and new lights and a video board, among other things, at the Danville High School football field. 2 Waynesburg elementary school teachers will present at the Kentucky Reading Association's annual conference this September. The Lincoln Interior Journal is reporting that Rebecca Cash and Tiffany Crook will present a session titled Camp Literacy, focusing on how to use AI tools into reading and writing lessons for upper elementary school students. The Kentucky Reading Association's annual conference draws educators in from across the state to discuss innovation and the best practices in literacy instruction. And one of the big races in the area happens tomorrow. The 29th annual Coach E.G. Plummer 5K happens tomorrow at Danville's cross-country course. There are 18 different men and women's age divisions. You can sign up tomorrow, day of, for $25. The race starts at 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow on the Danville cross-country course. I'm Joe Mathis.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by
Rayleigh Joe. It's brought to you by Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency. They proudly represent the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Ask if auto owners make sense for you by calling Mark or Chris for a free quote. 859-236-6686. Sunny and 90s the high. Sunny and 90s Saturday. Sunny and 91 on Sunday. Right now it's 9:11 in the morning. It is 70 degrees. Friday, the 8th day of the month of August. So glad that you're on the show this morning. 859-238-WHIR is your phone number to call in. 238-9447 for birthdays, anniversaries, and to be a part of the show this morning. Hey, ladies, did you know that your bra may be sabotaging your health? Uh-oh. Check out this ad for the new bra lawyer.
Have you been a victim of your bra sabotaging your health? Then you may be entitled to financial compensation. And at the law offices of Dewey, Strapham, and Hold'em, we can get you the money you deserve. Yes, simply send us a photo of you in a bra and a photo of you without a bra, and our dedicated team, and by team I mean just yours truly, will study the photos and help you get justice. Just listen to this satisfied client.
Well, I actually don't really need a lawyer.
Come on, eh? Eh? I'd really like it if you were a client.
No, thanks. I'm fine.
You sure? Come on. Just one consultation. Let me see the goods.
I'm good, thanks.
Bummer. Well, if any of you hot ladies out there are having bra-related issues, call the law offices of Dewey, Strapham, and Hold'em. Making the law work for you and those, you know. Call now. Se habla español.
Yeah, let's see what's breaking and trending this morning right here on The Joe Show. President Donald Trump is now directing the Commerce Department to start working on a new census. The president made the announcement with a Truth Social post and also noted that people who are in the country illegally are not counted in the census. The catch is that the Constitution's 14th Amendment states that the census should be conducted on the basis of the total number of people in each state. The census is used to determine congressional representation, among other things. According to the president's post, the new census will be based on modern-day facts, figures, and information gained from the presidential election of 2024. The U.S. conducts a census every decade as required by the Constitution, I should say. Another is scheduled for 2030. Ultra-processed foods are taking over Americans' diets. A first-of-its-kind CDC report shows that about 62% of kids and teens' daily calories came from ultra-processed foods, compared to 53% for adults. Researchers found the top source of ultra-processed foods was sandwiches like burgers, hot dogs, and peanut butter and jelly, followed by baked goods, salty snacks, and then sugary drinks. The report also found that adults with higher incomes tended to eat fewer ultra-processed foods. The Trump administration plans to rehire hundreds of National Weather Service workers laid off during the DOGE cuts. That's according to two lawmakers who say NOAA can now fill 450 positions at the National Weather Service. The move comes during a summer of extreme weather and follows criticism after last month's Texas floods that killed more than 130 people. Illinois Congressman Eric Sorensen and Nebraska Republican Mike Flood are co-sponsoring the Weather Workforce Improvement Act, which would protect National Weather Service jobs. The measure would reclassify the agency's workers as critical to public safety. A wildfire in the L.A. area has prompted an emergency proclamation from the L.A. County Board of Supervisors. The Canyon Fire started burning in Ventura County yesterday afternoon and quickly grew to around 4,800 acres. The blaze has not been contained and continues to be fast-moving. Officials have issued evacuation orders and warnings for thousands of people in that area of California. Hey, two are dead after a helicopter crash and hit a power line. A helicopter working on power lines over the Mississippi River near East Alton, Illinois, hit a power line, crashed onto a barge, and then caught fire. Two people riding in that helicopter, contractor and subcontractor, died. No one on the barge was hurt, and the blaze was quickly put out. The accident happened around 11 o'clock in the morning yesterday, about a half a mile downriver from the Alton Dam. First responders from both Illinois and Missouri were on the scene, and the FAA and NTSB are investigating what exactly went wrong. Here's Corporal Dallas Thompson with the Missouri State Highway Police Patrol saying the helicopter was there doing work related to the power lines.
There's a power line that goes across the river. They was doing some type of work over top of that.
The Mississippi.
Wallace Meyer, a witness of the helicopter crash, says what he saw.
All of a sudden it touched the line, and in 2 seconds it wasn't a helicopter anymore. It was 1,000 pieces.
Now, U.S. Representative Corey Mills, a Republican from Central Florida, is accused in a report on July the 14th with a Columbia County Sheriff's Office of threatening to share inmate photos and videos after a breakup with a beauty pageant title holder. The congressman denies the claims, calling them false and politically motivated, and says the allegations misrepresent their interactions. The sheriff's office passed the matter to the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, which is now investigating, but so far no charges filed. Mills blames a former political opponent, Anthony Sabatini, for pushing the story. Sabatini has called for Mills' resignation on social media over the scandal. The woman says that she and Mills dated back in 2021, lived together while she was separated but not yet divorced. She moved away from him earlier this year and alleges that Mills then sent threats to release nude material and harm any future dating partners. And actor Dean Cain, best known for playing Superman on the show Lois and Clark in the 90s, plans to be sworn in as an honorary ICE agent. Here's what Dean Cain says. Well, let's get to the actual soundbite. Here's what Dean Cain said to Fox News about how he became to the decision to join ICE.
I put out a recruitment video yesterday. I'm actually a deputy sheriff, a sworn deputy sheriff, and a reserve police officer. I wasn't part of ICE. But once I put that out there and you put a little blurb on your show, it went crazy. So now I've spoken with some officials over at ICE, and I will be sworn in as an ICE agent ASAP.
So ICE did have an age limit for new applicants, but they waived that, meaning Cain, who is now 59 years old, is eligible. Previously, Cain served as a reserve police officer in Idaho and a deputy in Virginia. In July, he criticized the new Superman film, calling it, quote, woke, because it framed the hero from the planet Krypton as an immigrant. That's what's breaking and trending this morning right here on The Joe Show on 103.9 FM, WHIR Danville, News Talk Sports. .917, Gary Fogle. What's going on with you today, buddy? Kentucky sports memories coming your way next on The Joe Show.
Hello, I'm Gary Fogle. Welcome to Kentucky Sports Memories. And one of the reasons Irvin Stepp was a great shooter in high school basketball.
At Watson's, we've been delivering all the family fun and relaxation to our local community for over 50 years. Our mission is to provide high-quality home recreational products and home furnishings to our customers that bring families and friends together for a break from the daily stresses of life. Shop the largest local selection of in-stock products for your home, inside and out, and get the guaranteed lowest price in the USA. Only at Watson's.
In celebrating the 5-year anniversary of Kentucky Sports Memories, I'm looking back at a few of the more memorable moments in this show's history. This week, I'm going back to the summer of 2020 when I talked with Irvin Stepp, outstanding high school basketball player at Phelps High School over in eastern Kentucky. His senior year, well, let's back up. His junior year, he averaged nearly 50 points per game. His senior year, he averaged just under 54 points per game. So obviously he was a great scorer, but also a great shooter. He shot a very high percentage from the field. And there may be one key reason he did that. And that was part of our conversation.
Yeah, when you were growing up, I heard this story that your father took a regulation rim, cut it down smaller in circumference so it would be smaller, more difficult to make a shot so you become a better shooter.
Absolutely. Dad was doing that back in the 50s for his younger brother, my Uncle Orville. You know, my dad's theory was a basketball rim is 18 inches in diameter. Men's basketball is 9 inches in diameter. You know, I don't know if you've ever tried, but you can take two men's basketballs and they will fit perfectly inside a rim, a regulation basketball rim. They'll fit. It doesn't look like it when you're shooting at it, but there is that much room on a regulation rim.
So by cutting the rim size down at home, Irvin had to be more accurate with his shooting. And then when he got to the regulation rim at school or at some gym, the rim seemed much bigger, looked much bigger, and he didn't have to be as accurate with his shot, and he could still make it. All made sense. Anyway, I appreciate your time and my look back at one of the more interesting stories I've done in the 5-year history of this show. I thank you so much for being with me. And as I say, we'll do this from time to time throughout the remainder of the year. But that'll do it for this week. Thanks again for being with me. Hope you have a great weekend. Hope to see you right back here next week. Until that time, I'm Gary Fogle, and this is Kentucky Sports Memories.
Yep, Gary Fogle, KSM, Kentucky Sports Memories, Mondays through Fridays, right here on the Joe Show at this time. The Big Daddy's got sports coming your way, and we'll see what's going on with Steve. We'll also take a look at what's gone on this date in history that's made this date a date to remember. And we never got around to doing a Feature Flick Friday this morning, so we'll see what movies are coming out in the box office this weekend. It's all coming up next.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. The 2025 high school football season kicks off 2 weeks from tonight on Hometown Radio as Danville entertains Fort Knox and Garrett County plays North Bullitt at Lincoln County. 2 weeks from Saturday night, Boyle County faces Bullitt East at Bowling Green, while Mercer County hosts States Creek. Follow the Rebels, Titans, Golden Lions, and Admirals all season long on Hometown Radio and online at hometownlive.net. In NFL preseason action last night, the defending Super Bowl champion Eagles used the tush push to defeat the Bengals 34-27. The Ravens got by the Colts 24-16, and the Raiders and Seahawks tied at 23-23. Tonight, the Cleveland Browns are at Carolina, Detroit's at Atlanta, and Washington's at New England. Join us for Mercer County Girls Soccer this Monday night on Hometown Radio. Mercer plays Nelson County at 7:30 on WHBN AM 1420 and WHBN FM 99.5. There were just 4 games in Major League Baseball yesterday. Paul Skeens scattered 7 hits and struck out 8 in 6 innings of shutout baseball as Pittsburgh blanked Cincinnati 7-0 in the first of their 4-game series at the Pirates. The Braves rallied past the Marlins 8-6. The Mariners edged the White Sox 4-3 in 11 innings, and it was the Athletics 6, Nationals nothing. NASCAR's running at Watkins Glen this weekend on Hometown Radio. Join us tomorrow at 2:30 for Xfinity Racing. Airtimes at 1 o'clock Sunday for Cup action, all on WHIR AM 1230 and WHIR FM 1039. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Thinking about buying a home, starting a business, or tackling a renovation? Whitaker Bank is here to help you make it happen. This is Ronald Howard. I'm a loan officer at Whitaker Bank in Danville. We understand that every financial decision is personal. That's why we offer local expertise and reliable service. Let's find the right solution for you. Call me at 859-236-9822 today, and let's take the next step together. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Put your tummy in your tank at Papa's Quick Stop number 17, where convenience meets quality. Nestled on North Stewart's Lane, the former Bluegrass Truck Stop's now under new ownership and management, offering a fresh take for truck drivers and travelers. From juicy and crispy broaster chicken to delicious mouth-watering Hunt's Brothers Pizza, available 24/7. Simply call 859-209-2400 for a speedy pickup. Premium quality diesels available for one truck or a fleet of trucks. Let Papa's Quick Stop be your perfect travel companion. Papa's Quick Stop number 17 in Danville, North Stewart's Lane looks forward to serving you.
Shannon Skimmerhorn. Actually, my maiden name is Fiedler. I'm from Harrisburg. I actually went with Welch Homes twice. Bought my second house, and I worked with Christy both times. My experience actually was very awesome. My sister had used her as well. It was actually a very good experience. Christy was pretty much available for me 24/7. She answered all my questions. She was always there. She definitely knows what she's doing, and she's definitely a great person and great company to work with. I absolutely would recommend Welch Homes 100%.
This is Caraway at Mattresses and More on Houstonville Road in Danville. If you are looking for new furniture or bedding, stop by and check us out. New items arriving weekly, and we sell off the floor. Buy it today and take it home today. We offer layaway and 12 months same as cash with approved credit.
Thank you, Caraway. Again, buy it today, take it home today. Living room suits, bedroom suits, dinette sets, recliners, and more. From Mattresses and More, Southland Plaza next to Ace Hardware.
Listen to us on your smart speaker. Just ask to play our call letters. WHIR.
9:25 in the morning. Happy to have you on the show here. 859-238 WHIR. McClure and Bailey Friday is coming your way here in about 10 minutes. And as we wait, let's see what movies are hitting the big screen this weekend. A feature Flick Friday with 3 new movies that are coming out. One of them appears to be well on its way to rock at the box office this week. A movie released by Disney called Freakier Friday. Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan are so back as Tess and Anna Coleman, who exchanged bodies with each other in the 2003 Freaky Friday movie. In this one, Anna is about to get married to Manny Jacinto from The Good Place, but both of their daughters hate the idea. When the body swap happens, Anna trades with her daughter Heather, and Tess becomes Anna's soon-to-be stepdaughter Lily. Once they have control of the adult bodies, they try to break up the wedding by hitting up Anna's ex-boyfriend. Mark Harmon is Tess's husband. Chad Michael Murray is Anna's ex. Freakier Friday, the sequel to the 2003 movie 22 years in the making. And Freakier Friday is coming out this weekend, PG, from Disney. The other one that has a rating, at least this week, there are 3 movies that are opening up, and only one of them has a rating. My Mother's Wedding is called R. Is rated R. It's called My Mother's Wedding. Scarlett Johansson, Sienna Miller, and Emily Beecham play sisters who return home for their widowed mother's 3rd wedding. It's directed by and stars Kristen Scott Thomas as their mom. So the mom of the movie is also directing the movie. And then the 3rd movie to come out this week is Unrated. It is a documentary on Eminem. It's called Stans. It actually opened up yesterday, but it's for one weekend only. It's a documentary about the relationship between Eminem and some of his super fans whose lives have been shaped by his music. Now, Eminem released a song on the Marshall Mathers LP called Stan about an obsessive, unstable fan that came out 25 years ago. That song did in November of 2000. And that's where, if you hear someone use the word stan, someone who's a super fan is a stan, that's where that term comes from, Eminem's song Stan. And there is kind of, a documentary about this, releasing in theaters for one weekend only. It's called Stans. A documentary about Eminem and the fans and the relationship between him and them. And those are the three movies coming out this weekend: Freaky or Friday, PG, My Mother's Wedding, R, and Stans is unrated. Hey, real quickly, let's see what's gone on this date in history that's made this date a date to remember. Starting off on this date, August the 8th of 1974, where President Richard Nixon announced his resignation in the wake of further evidence of his direct involvement in the Watergate scandal and the cover-up.
I shall resign the presidency effective at noon tomorrow. Vice President Ford will be sworn in as president at that hour in this office.
A historic moment for all the wrong reasons. Again, it became effective the next day at 12 noon when Gerald Ford took over as president. It was on this date, 1992, a team known as the Dream Team clinched the gold medal at the Barcelona Summer Olympics.
A conclusion to their 2 weeks in Barcelona. This group may well be the greatest team ever assembled in the history of team sports.
The U.S. basketball team beat Croatia in that gold medal game, 117-85. And it was on this date, 2009, Sonia Sotomayor was sworn in as the U.S. Supreme Court Justice's first Hispanic and third ever female justice.
I have decided to nominate an inspiring woman who I believe will make a great justice, Judge Sonia Sotomayor of the great state of New York.
And that's what's gone on this date in history that's made this date a day to remember. It's 9:30 in the morning. News is now with K&N.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Apple is investing $2.5 billion with Corning to manufacture all of its iPhone and Apple Watch cover glass in Harrodsburg, Kentucky. The move will create the company's most advanced smartphone glass production line, boost local hiring by 50%, and dedicate the entire facility to Apple manufacturing. Officials say the Harrodsburg plant will now supply every piece of cover glass Apple sells worldwide. Harvest Homecoming has released its security plan for the popular fall festival in New Albany. John Shannon has the details.
The new security plan is in response to the shooting death last year of 18-year-old Bryce Gerlach when an argument allegedly broke out between two groups of people, which police believe led to the shooting. WLKY reports that security changes include revised festival hours, along with new security fencing and lighting. Police security cameras and an enhanced police presence are also new additions this year. Other changes to the festival announced earlier this year include anyone under 18 needing to be accompanied by someone 21 or older to enter the ride area. This year's festival will run from October 9th through the 12th.
In Lexington, former Churchill Downs exercise rider Jesus Reyes Rodriguez is charged with tampering with evidence in the disappearance of two teens, 15-year-old Aoun Bosbus and 16-year-old Ali Nakvi. His son, Jesus Eduardo Reyes Campo, faces 2 counts of murder. Reyes Rodriguez has been suspended and barred from all track facilities. And in Floyd County, 41-year-old James Chadwick Burchett will have his domestic violence and unlawful imprisonment case heard by a grand jury. Troopers say he beat, bit, choked, and held a knife to his wife's throat during an alleged 11-hour attack before she escaped. A judge denied his request to reduce bond. I'm Travis Laird.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Pioneer Playhouse is celebrating 76 years in the Bluegrass. We are Kentucky's oldest outdoor theater, and we're right here in Danville. Don't miss our 76th anniversary season Under the Stars. Check out our brand new 75 Years Under the Stars exhibit. Good Rockin' Tonight. Elvis Presley and his rockabilly queen, Wanda Jackson. August 14th, 15th, and 16th. Dinner 7 p.m. and show at 8 p.m. That's an earlier start time. Join us for a night of celebrating Elvis and the vibrant music he made with Wanda Jackson, the undisputed queen of rockabilly. This is a musical extravaganza you won't want to miss. 2 Elvises, 1 Wanda, live music by Kelly Caldwell and Kashmir. Pioneer Playhouse is located at 840 Stanford Road in Danville, Kentucky. 859-236-2747 or go to pioneerplayhouse.com for tickets. When the sun goes down, the stars come out at Pioneer Playhouse.
Want a taste of the flavor that made Zaxby's famous? Try the Kickin' Chicken Sandwich Meal. Our signature chicken fingers on Texas toast, drizzled with tongue torch sauce and Cool Ranch. Served with hot, seasoned crinkle fries and a small beverage. The best chicken sandwich ever created? Maybe. Indescribably good? Definitely.
Visit Zaxby's in Danville on the Bypass, Skywatch Drive. Order ahead at zaxbys.com and call for catering too.
For the cycling enthusiast, it's not a race, it's a journey. Start your journey at Danville Bike and Footwear and get ready for the cycling season with a new bike or a tune-up. Danville Bike and Footwear features both specialized and Trek products and is now receiving shipments of new e-bikes. Come in and custom build your dream bike or refurbish that bike you've been waiting to ride all winter. Head on into Danville Bike and Footwear, located 417 West Main Street in beautiful downtown Danville, a place where adventure and comfort ride together.
Ever wonder why you have insurance for your car or home, but not your digital life? Meet WebRoot Total Protection, your digital bodyguard that includes antivirus, identity protection, VPN, cloud backup, and more. With plans for individuals and families, WebRoot takes the guessing game out of cybersecurity so you can get back to living your best life online. Go to webroot.com/radio and get 50% off today. That's webroot.com/radio to get 50% off today. Live a better digital life with WebRoot because peace of mind shouldn't be optional.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-466-9625. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-466-9625.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
All right there, Rayleigh Joe. It's coming your way, courtesy of Danville Auto Body Shop. Top-of-the-line collision, auto body repair. Head to the mechanics over at Dabbs. Danville Auto Body Shop, 315 Dillahay Street. Get a free estimate, and they work at their insurance company, fixing water leaks, window motor repairs, hail damage, and paintless dent repair. Danville Auto Body Shop. Mostly sunny, 90 is the high, 70 is the low. Tomorrow, sunny and 90. Sunday, sunny and 91. Right now, it's 9:35 in the morning. It is a McClure and Bailey Friday. And Brian Bailey joins us this morning. He's the Bailey from McClure and Bailey.
The following is a paid program.
And that's Jim Parman. Good morning, Brian. How are you?
I'm good, Joe. How are you this morning?
I'm doing great.
Well, good.
I am doing great, sunny and hot. And for a sunny and hot weekend, are you going to go to any of the yard sales this week?
I don't know.
It's a 127 yard sale weekend.
I know. You know, when I first moved down here, we used to go every year, and I don't know. I'm not one much for crowds or yard sales anymore. I mean, thank God that they do it every year. I think it's a great thing.
It's fun, yeah.
It's a lot of fun. I don't know. We might.
Just depends on how you're feeling tomorrow,
Depends
I guess.
on how I'm feeling tomorrow and how much stuff I get done around the house in the morning.
Yeah. Hey, we got a lot to talk about this week, this Friday, a lot going on. And the first thing, Brian, is what's going on in Texas. And so I'm going to do the best to summarize and give a synopsis of this. Republicans are in control in Texas, and they want to redistrict some things in Texas to where they would get like 5 more seats. The Republicans would get up getting 5 more seats, I think is the total number. But you got to have enough people to vote on legislation, right? You got to have a quorum to be able to officially vote.
Correct.
Well, the Democrats in Texas don't like the fact that the Republicans are essentially, can we use the word gerrymandering or whatever? They're changing districts to give themselves 5 more seats.
Yep.
So many of the Democrats, I don't know how many, but many of them have fled. They're like, we're not even going to show up because if we don't show up, you don't have enough for a quorum to vote. Is so far so good with my explanation?
So far so good, yeah.
And so now you've got, was it the governor was at it?
I believe it was The last I heard it was Abbott. I think it started with members of the Senate or the House, but yeah, now it's, or whatever their equivalent is, but yeah, now it's Abbott.
Now he says that he will prosecute those Democrats that fled the state, which, I mean, I would be a horrible politician or I would be a great politician, one or the other, because I always see both sides. Like, it does, again, I don't want to get people too upset about my politics. I'm wearing a red shirt today. That means nothing, okay? I'm just wearing a red shirt. I mean, I get it, like, if you're the party in power, you have power to basically do whatever you want. From the Democrats' perspective, this seems totally unfair for you all to do this, to give yourself 5 more seats. And then back to the Republican perspective, yeah, but you have elected to do with jobs, so you got to do your job. You can't just take your ball and go home, so to say, and not play politics. So what do you think about this, Brian, about the threat of prosecution and jail time? Did I heard that thrown around too?
Yeah, but I don't know that you can put them in jail. So there's a whole lot to unpack there. First and foremost, to all of our elected officials out there, grow up. I mean, seriously. We sent you to Frankfurt, or we sent you to Austin, or we sent you to D.C., or Springfield, or Des Moines, or wherever it is. We sent you there to do a job to represent us, the American people, not to try to get more power or stay in power.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously. Grow up. Okay, that being said, and it's both parties, because candidly, I think there's been states where the Democrats have done the same thing.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And it's just funny you mention, because I didn't think anything about it, but I'm wearing a blue shirt today, but that doesn't mean anything.
That doesn't mean anything. Look, my take on politics, Brian, is it's never as bad as the party that's not in power wants to make it out to be.
Exactly.
And it's never as good as the party that's in power wants to make it out to be. I mean, I've had conversations with people here who have told me how horrible it is, that how terrible the country is going. This is awful. That is awful. I think the Republican Party is going to crumble. The president's a terrible person. And again, my mindset is it's not that bad. And then you'll have someone on the direct opposite talk about how bright things are going, and my mindset is it's not that good. But continuing on this conversation, Brian, so first of all, as you said, you're elected. Do your job. Grow up.
Yes.
Quit acting like a bunch of children.
Yes.
So the threat of prosecution, you say jail time, you think is what about like fines or something? What would be the next step below?
Well, I would say the same thing, and Abbott's a Republican governor, if I'm understanding correctly. I would say the same thing to Andy Beshear if we're here. Right. But you are the executive branch. Stay out of the legislature. We have a separation of church. We have a separation of powers for this specific reason. You're executive branch. Keep your nose out of what's going on in the legislative branch. Keep your nose out of what's going on in the judicial branch. So that being said, first off, I think Abbott is way out of line. He's an executive branch division. He can spout off his opinion all day long, but he does not get to use his office to try to influence or control what's going on in the legislative branch. So that being said, I think Abbott is 100% wrong. Okay. Secondly, really, you're going to flee the state?
Yeah.
You're going to flee the state. I mean, the people, and it's also understanding in turning of this scale, I suppose it doesn't matter, but the people of Texas elected you to do a job. Democrats, get back to the Capitol and fight like men.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, and women, but fight. Don't run. I mean, what the heck? and here's the other part. I'm pretty sure this has happened in Illinois, where I grew up. I think Illinois is redistricted a bunch of times, and candidly, they just never went because, and I don't remember whether red is Democrat or Republican.
Red is Republican,
okay.
Blue is Democrat.
Okay, so if you look at the state of Illinois, it consistently votes blue because of Chicago. If you get outside of Chicago, the rest of the state is blue. Right. You know what? And the Democrats have done the same thing in Illinois that the Republicans are trying to do in Texas. The party in control wants to stay in control. Here's the interesting thing. I know somebody that is getting ready to run for public office. Okay. Right. And I had some conversations with this person, with their spouse, with their family friends, and I will say this thing about this person that's getting ready to run for public office. I think they're going to be phenomenal at it because you know what they're not the type of person that wants money. They could have a whole lot more money than they have.
Okay.
And they're not the type of person that wants power.
Yeah.
And the problem with most of the folks, and I'm going to call out the folks in Texas now. Hopefully our folks in Kentucky won't bother me, but it sounds to me like everybody in a situation wants power and or money. I mean, that's why Republicans are redistricting. That's why the Democrats have fled the state. Because you're all trying power. So and it comes down to this.
Yeah, that's a good point. You look at it, I think, mostly from the standpoint of Republicans wanting to keep power because everyone's going to redistrict. Mm-hmm. But certainly from the other side, why are Democrats leaving the state?
Because they don't want to lose power.
Because they don't want to make it more difficult for them not to be able to get the power back, exactly. Which is what would happen if this happened. Right, so it's all about power. That's a good point.
And you know who's going to suffer?
The people.
The people of Texas.
Yeah.
And we wonder, and again, I've heard this said before. I've said it before too. Our system of government is the worst one in the world, except for all the others. It works, but at a certain point, and I don't want to be a harbinger of doom. I don't think this is going to happen because I don't think things are as bad as people like to say. I agree with you. But my concern is this: y'all are so busy trying to worry about keeping power. Are you actually even doing any of the work you were elected to do?
Yeah.
I mean, so here's my thoughts. I think what needs to happen is the people of Texas quite simply need to stand up and say, you know what, Republicans, stop this. Democrats, get your tail back to office and start doing what you're supposed to do for us. Or you know what? Or we'll deal with this real simple. In the next election, we'll throw it all out.
There you go.
So we seem to forget that we are government of the people, by the people, and for the people.
We get to say.
We get to say. So I think, and it's not just, candidly, it's not just Texas. It could be Louisiana. It could be Kentucky.
Any state.
It could be Maine. They all do the same thing. And again, well, I'm done ranting. So,
Brian Bailey for governor 2028.
Absolutely not. No way. Couldn't pay me enough to take that job.
Hey, Brian, here's a story for you. The company that makes Barbie dolls, Mattel, is trying to block a copyright request. You ever done a copyright request before?
I have not. That's a highly specialized field.
Yeah, so they're trying to block a copyright request from a Washington, D.C.-based podcaster. Okay. His name is Ken. That's not Ken doll. His name is Ken. His name is Ken Biberaj. He wants to copyright the name of his political podcast, which is called Coffee with Ken. But Mattel has filed a lawsuit to try and block that request, saying their brand could be damaged by the use of the name Ken in a political podcast title. Biberaj says he's going to fight this lawsuit, saying the complaint is an overreach because Ken is a common name. What do you think about this? Does Mattel have a legitimate point argument in this that, hey, there's someone out here, we know we're just talking about politics, how divisive it can be. Would that hurt the Mattel brand if some guy named Ken, Coffee with Ken, hosts a political podcast, he wants to copyright it, Mattel is trying to block that request.
So again, this all comes down to money. I don't know why I'm on the topic today, but this all comes down to money and power. And I just started to back this up, or by way of context, I just watching this new series on Netflix last night called The Rise of Hollywood, which is phenomenal, and it's just a bunch of stuff I never knew about. But so one of the things we know about Thomas Edison is he was a great inventor. One of the things that most of us don't know about Thomas Edison is he was also extremely litigious, and he, I know about his lawsuit between him and Tesla, but he would sue everybody.
Okay.
Thomas Edison had also invented a movie camera, a movie projector, and so he, right around 1905, he gets all these developers of movie projectors together because Hammerly, who is the guy that founded Universal Pictures, okay, and with this exchange where he's making all this money to rent out these movies, and Edison realizes, wait a minute, I could be making that money in that movie. So he starts this whole thing and tries to litigate Hammerly into the ground. He's not successful. But here's the thing: that strategy of Mattel is the same strategy that the people in this country have been using for over 100 years. Let's litigate it. Let's just tie these people up. If there's any way that could possibly be damaging to our brand, let's sue them. And you know what irritates me about that as a lawyer?
What?
It just didn't pass a smell test. I mean, really, some guy with a podcast that I'd never heard of before today and probably never would have heard of if you hadn't filed this lawsuit, you're going to sue this guy? For what?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe, when did we start copyrighting names? Like, maybe we should sue his parents for naming him Ken.
I've been on Twitter before. There's a guy that's here in Kentucky, and he hosts, I guess they're podcasts, and he talks about sports and stuff. Guess what the name of his podcast is called?
The Joe Show?
The Joe Show. Yeah. I don't care. As long as he doesn't care, I don't care.
Is his name Joe?
I guess.
And he's got a show?
Sounds like it makes sense to me. Like you said, pass the smell test to me. So, yeah, well, you're right. I mean, names are names, right? Like, you can't sue someone else that's named Brian Bailey because they're an attorney or something like that. I mean, like, at what point do you draw the line?
Actually, it's funny you mentioned that. I got named in a lawsuit about 10 years ago. And I got served with all this stuff out of like, Nebraska or North Dakota or something. And I called the clerk out there. I'm like, what? First off, I don't know this guy. Secondly, I've been to South Dakota. I don't know that I've ever been to North Dakota or Nebraska in my life unless maybe I drove through them to get to one of those somewhere else. And like, I'm like, well, that sounds ominous. Like, I think he's named the wrong person in the lawsuit. I'm like, I think so too.
Yeah.
And they're like, I'm like, why? They're like, there's an attorney that works for the Department of Justice in Washington, D.C. named Brian Bailey. And I was like, so maybe I should have sued that guy. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I should have sued the Department of Justice for using my name.
Yeah.
Even though I think that guy was older than me, probably his law life longer.
I do have a question. That leads me to a question then about names.
Okay.
Let's say, and I've known people who have a name, and someone else happened to have the same name, and the person with the same name is a troublemaker. I can give you an extreme example of this. Jerry Sandusky, the former Penn State defensive coordinator who was just vile nasty.
Yes.
The play-by-play broadcaster for the Baltimore Ravens is also named Jerry Sandusky. He spells his name differently. His name's with a G, Jerry Sandusky. But people are idiots.
Right.
And so they, wanting to tell Jerry Sandusky how much they hate him, reach out to the wrong Jerry Sandusky, and the Ravens play-by-play broadcaster is getting hate mail, and I want to kill you messages and death threats, and I hope you suffer and die, stuff like that.
Right.
Is there some sort of legal protections? I mean, I guess you could sue people that are sending you death threats, but could he sue the other Jerry Sandusky? Could I sue another Joe Methodist who's a troublemaker, whose people are now thinking that I'm a troublemaker because I have the same name as someone else? is there a lawsuit that would protect you from someone else's issues when it doesn't really affect you except for the name? They've done no wrong versus you. The only wrong is that they've tarnished your name because they've done wrong.
That is an interesting question. And my gut tells me that it would at least get past a motion to dismiss for failure to state a claim. So yes, you could probably file a lawsuit. But if you win the lawsuit, something is a different issue. But I think it would be enough to get you past the motions to dismiss and that kind of stuff. I don't think you would win. Depending on the situation. I mean, if you're Jerry Sandusky and this radio announcer, we would say he'd be like a public figure, a limited public figure.
Baltimore Ravens play-by-play announcer.
So, I mean, his stand's going to be a little bit higher, but I also feel like he might have something, like, let's say he lost his job because of it, or somebody burned his house down because of it.
Yeah, something really bad does happen to him because he just happens to have the same name as someone else.
I think he would have a cause of action, obviously, against the bad actor.
Right.
But I think he might have enough to at least get him in court.
They're to look at it. The court would take a look at it.
I think so. I don't think he would win. Maybe. But, I mean, because seriously, that is a extreme example. And that whole thing, you know, and that guy's poor, the poor victims of the Penn State. I mean, that guy's horrible. And I don't know, I might, if I was named Jerry Sandusky, I might change my name. Just because it a lot less work to deal with. Yeah, I think you might have something. It's an interesting scenario.
Brian Bailey with McClure, and Bailey joins us this morning. All right, Brian, a question we asked earlier this morning on the show. We're going to take a break. I'll let you think about it during the commercial break. Come back. Right. You're going a 12-hour road trip. It's 12 hours. It's 11 hours and 54 minutes. No stops from here to Orlando, Florida.
Okay.
So we're driving to Orlando.
Gotcha.
You can only listen to one singer. Okay, one singer for 12 hours. Now think about this. A singer could be a solo artist. He can also sing songs for a band. Maybe it's someone who was in a band and pursued a solo career. We're not counting songs the person wrote that did not sing. So your first glimpse may be Bob Dylan because he's written a song. But we're not counting only the songs they sing.
Only the songs they sing, okay.
Right, so they play guitar and sing. They got to sing it solo by themselves. They got to sing it with a band. So think about it. You got a 12-hour road trip. You can only pick one artist, Brian. Okay. But you think about it. Tell me who you'd pick. It's coming up after this on The Joe Show on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports.
Hey, it's me again. That's right, I'm Jerry Farmer, and I'm still cutting up. Still Cutting Up is a place to go when you need a fresh cut or a mini afro. Perms, colors, nails too, braids, highlights, and even updo. I know you done heard of us, so get with it. I know you need your hair did. Here's our digit, 238-7899. Bob your head while I rhyme. 24/7, we won't be beat. 365 on South 4th Street. See ya. See ya.
Sutton Pharmacy. Friendly service from people you know. Generations of serving our community. Immunizations, prescriptions, and so much more. Helpful people, free local delivery. Mobile app refills right to your door. Visit SuttonRx.com. Sutton Pharmacy. Friendly service from people you know.
In Lancaster on Maple Avenue.
So creamy it melts in your mouth. Mom Blakeman's candy.
Mom Blakeman's has made the world's best cream pull candy, and we have been making potato candy. We ship all over the world and have it in many retail stores. You are welcome to stop by our shop in Lancaster to sample or purchase any of our 7 flavors of cream pull candy and potato candy. We have a variety of tubs and tins available. Visit our website at momblakeman'scandy.com or call 800-542-4607.
We love NASCAR. Catch the races here on WHIR AM 1230.
All right, 9:56 in the morning. We have got Brian Bailey on here this morning. All right, Brian, 12-hour road trip. You can only pick one singer to listen to. And you get that entire singer's catalog as long as they sang the song.
Okay.
You get to listen to it. Who you going with?
I'm going with George Strait.
George Strait is a good one. That's a really good one. I'd not even thought about country music. I mean, how many albums has George Strait released? He has like 50 number ones as it is. I mean, you could fill hours of time just listening to his number ones.
Just with the number one. And he's got to have, I mean, I don't know if he's approaching 100 albums, but it's got to be.
I'm going to look it up.
It's got to be 50. I mean, and here's the thing about Strait. His career is long and varied enough that you're going to get some different genres in it. You're going to get some different, I mean, it's all country, but you're going to get some different styles over the years. So it's going to vary. Because I was trying to think, like, I love Adele. I could listen to Adele sing.
Mm-hmm.
I say I could listen to Adele all day long. I don't know if I could actually listen to her all for 12 hours. You know,
and that's the thing. It's just this one artist. So,
yeah.
And you can take breaks if you want to listen for an hour, then take a break for an hour, whatever. But George Strait, 59 albums, 31 studio albums, 3 live albums, 11 compilation albums.
Yeah.
So just his studio albums, which would be 31 albums worth of probably songs that are entirely different.
Yes.
Now, compilation albums are going to start crossing over some from the studio albums and this and that. But 31 albums. George, that's a great answer.
Well, thank you.
George Strait. Mine was either